and welcome to another episode of the Jumper Park. That's how it was a little bit on. Yeah, man, what's going on, mate?
It's that one where you get up. You know where you get up at the football after a great goal. And you're like, you faint. No, you faint like you're gonna faint.
No, but that one was more like, you know, when you get up and you go, yes!
And you got the guy next to you, it's a point.
Was that a point? Was that a point? Like, that was the same. It was like, were we in front? Were we in front a second ago?
Anyway,
listen.
Anyway.
As usual, we will always front up.
Yes, we're here to lift the spirits.
We're here to lift the spirits. We're going to lift the spirits. We're gonna get a little bit into the game, and then, like, look, it was a good effort by the Blue Baggers.
Yep.
All right, so if you haven't been here, Rockefeller, Paulino, and now we got
Little Marzi. Miguel.
Miguel.
Howdy. This is the first time we've done the show together, you and I.
Correct.
It is.
So you get to do it with Fab.
You were on here with who?
Fab.
Welcome.
Yes, you were too.
That's the old, you know when Russell Coit does the handshakes, right? And he's shaking the hand of an Indigenous bloke, and then they cut into the handshake, and it's two white hands shaking.
He was great.
I love Russell Coit.
All right, let's get into. I'll get coffee straight away.
We'll go here. We need them.
Do we need coffees, man?
I actually don't feel so beat down.
No, I don't actually. To tell you the truth,
it's because we haven't even been. We've never got up to this stage of the season for so long.
No.
Well, he has.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I have. But to tell you the truth, I've forgotten about that. It's that long ago.
It just resets.
Yeah, I've just kind of forgotten how it feels. But I kind of was.
It's nice to be relevant.
I wasn't shattered.
No.
I was upset. Don't get me wrong. Because how close are we? You know, but I wasn't like.
Holy shit! This is the worst thing ever.
I've been to finals where just like I can't talk.
Yeah. Yes. Of course.
But I was a little bit.
Got some great notes actually that I've taken down.
Oh, let's do this 95. That's gonna be 95.
I wish it was 23.
Hey, how you going? Yeah, of course. Listen, there's never a bad time to have a coffee, you know that.
You have coffee in bad times.
Always have time.
Little
Mitagina, like my man used to say, the Mitagina fixes everything.
It actually does.
It does fix everything, yep. Alright, let's do it. Alright.
Am I getting it?
Yeah, no delivery person.
We're a bit quiet, a bit somber, a bit.
Yeah, we'll get up.
It's a real show for reflection today. That's what it is.
Well, we got up.
A real show for reflection, ladies and gentlemen.
We gave it a good shot.
We gave it a good shot, like Snitch Northland.
They never miss those.
Hey, mate, we've got a nice little selection of sorts here. Look at this.
Got Bella, this one.
Look at this, mate.
Never lets us down.
I'll put the ukahi.
We've got coffee here, mate. Which one do you want? You can pick one. You can have the Ouzo, or as Coach Cole called it,
Yeni Raki.
I
reckon we go with a little grappacella.
Yeah,
Luigi Frangoli.
That you know pour it.
Yeah, you can pour it. No, you can pour it. You know who brought that in? Fab,
he did too, and you were here. Give it a hit. Yeah, so you went to the game.
Yes, I was there.
You went
in
to the game.
In full force.
In full force.
It was full force up there.
Mate, there was probably the most Carlton supporters I've seen to an away game.
It was actually...
it was crazy.
We were at the...
Princess
Park, and you could hear it.
Yeah, it was nuts. Even outside the ground, we were walking down from one of the pubs. Even all the pubs, they were just full of Carlton people.
Yeah, I love it.
It was nuts. But
the juggernaut.
It's good.
The juggernaut.
Let's do this.
Salud there. Oh, there goes the
agenda.
Chendan and Chen the premierships.
Cheers. Oh, that was a solid pour. I must admit. Wow.
All right.
Ooh.
Bit of water, thanks. Thank you, sir.
So,
thank you.
This is how.
What episode number are we, by the way?
85.
85.
Next year we're going to hit the 100.
Big one.
Big deal.
Zero.
Raise the bat. next
is a
year.
big
I'm
deal.
telling you, 85 is huge, mate. Huge, man. We've done a good job next week, yeah. So, all right, first of all, there was a big crowd. There was a big crowd at Princess Park. There was a big crowd at
Brisbane.
At
Brisbane. Huge crowd. And the one thing I have to
Acknowledge
is a good word.
Yeah.
That's why I got you here.
Correct.
The intellect.
Not just a pretty face.
We always finish each other's sentences, don't we?
I was going to say, lucky you said each other's sentences. Lucky you added sentences to the end of that.
It's important. It's important to add those extra
Oh,
words,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
So what we got here, this was sent in by Lara A-U-L-D,
Lara Auld.
Auld.
Oh, did she send this in?
Yeah.
She's part of the cheer squad.
Oh, well,
she's in the cheer squad.
So she sent this in to us, and
Let's see.
She got video. What?
Go. Let's see.
Let's have a look at this video.
All right.
Yeah, this is awesome.
How good's this? This is what you want to see. This is what we should have done after round 24.
That's right.
You got to have them off.
We learn from.
You learn and you live.
It was too. Even some of the Brisbane supporters around me were clapping us off too. Like we were clapping.
That's good.
Like even they were giving them a.
And then going to the bus too, they were singing the song.
What a turnaround. That wouldn't have been happening 15 weeks ago.
So, I just want to say, well done. Well done to the supporters, mate. That's the way. I think, you know what? I reckon we had a bit of influence there because we actually reamed all the supporters for not clapping them off after round 20.
Stay.
And clap them.
Oh.
Stay.
I reckon they've done it. And at the ground, at Princess Park, what did everyone do when they were walking?
Stood up.
We stood up and we clapped.
Round
I
of
know they
applause.
couldn't hear us, but we all stood
Doesn't
up
matter.
and
They would have
cheered.
seen the footage. They would have seen it.
We stood up, and then Cripper acknowledged it too, and he did a little couple-minute interview I saw today. He acknowledged all the fans for clapping him off. I'm telling you, that's going to make a huge difference. That's going to make a huge difference.
Massive. Sadi at the end of the game. It
And
was.
then Sadi did the speech at the end. Apparently,
He sees the conning. Everyone, they're all looking in ball. They're all really locked in.
Focused.
Focused. That's the word.
And look, they're all good words. Focus. They're all committed. I'm telling you, they're all great words. You know, we've got to back it up next year. I mean, everyone can talk. They're doing the right things at the moment. They got together, like Vossi says. They got to feel the pain. You know what I mean? And then when you look back, it was always going to be hard to beat this team over in Brisbane. Always going to be hard. Man, they had 2 weeks rest, you know what I mean? It's their fortress over there. We're a little bit banged up. We're coming into our first preliminary in 10 years. More. 20 years. You know what I mean? It was always going to be hard, you know what I mean?
You know what? It's so hard. The hardest thing to do, I think, as a group, core group, and the list is to go from no finals to deep into finals. That's the hardest thing to do. Usually it's a progression of
100%.
A final, lose first week or something like that.
Yeah, you get there and then you... But this has gone from 9th, no man's land, to, 2.5 kicks away from a granny.
Pretty much, yeah.
But we know, as you say...
To me, it was 1 quarter away from a granny because you do that second quarter... The same as you did that first quarter, you made yourself into a granny, you know what I mean? It was just like 30 minutes of like a little bit of a disaster. So you're right. And you know what's even harder than that? To back it up the year after now.
That's it.
But now teams are going to be on them, you know what I mean? They're going to know what's going on.
It's hard to make that next step. Like
they've got an expectation.
But there was expectation on them this year.
Yeah.
And they handled it well.
They did.
I know it took a little while. It took a kick up the arse, clearly. But
they stumbled at the start, but that's all right.
You
can stumble, you know what I mean? They got it back and they did really well. So, look, I think today's not really... There's going to be a little bit of reflection over the year, but I don't think today's show is about reflecting over the year. We can do that next week.
Yeah. Like the players and Today we'll look at the game and
we'll look at the game. We'll have a little bit of a reflection, but it's
a raw emotion and thoughts after being booted out of the season.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. It ended, and I'll A great man said to me this week, right? He said, don't be sad about the loss.
Yep.
Be happy about, what did he say?
The journey.
Yeah, or journey. Well,
yeah, don't be sad that it's over. Be sad that it had. To be happy that it happened.
That it happened.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Dylan said that to me.
Oh, did he? A wise man.
I don't know where you come from.
Yeah, I think it's
after the game. He goes to me, don't be sad.
I think the one thing that I've seen, and you would have seen it on Instagram and social media posts, a few people, and this is not me having a go at them, but it's not at all that. But the one thing that I don't believe in is that people said, "Oh, thanks for making us dream." The dream's only just begun.
Of course.
This is the well. It's not the beginning because they've all had stories.
But I understand what they're saying.
You know, this is the beginning of the ultimate.
Of course,
the road to the ultimate.
I think it's more of they brought back belief.
Yeah.
To the we were all shocked.
100%. And that's important. You've got to have belief. You've got to have that dream.
Renewed hope.
You got it. You got it. Before that, we really didn't have a dream. Like we were dreaming, but really, it seemed like a million miles away. It actually seems a lot closer now.
We were ready to detonate at one point.
Well, I definitely was. I reckon, mate, a lot of people were.
It wasn't just you.
Even the president in his roaming. Remember roaming BT after the Melbourne game?
Yeah.
Roaming BT asked him, did you think this was possible at the halfway point of the year? And I reckon if people haven't watched it, I reckon he might have had a couple of reds during the game, our Frizz.
Oh, Leagu, say.
Yeah, he said
$800,000.
Yeah, I reckon he might have had a couple of penfolds, right? Good on him. BT goes, did you think this was possible at the halfway point of this year? And he just said, no.
No one did.
Tells you everything.
No one did.
Hey, we kept saying what Voss said, mate. He goes, I didn't know where our next win was coming from.
No one did. So it's a great effort to turn it around.
Was it divine intervention?
Well, let's not get into that. You know my thoughts on those things. Anyway, listen. You know who always believes we'll get through?
Schnitz Northland.
I actually sat with Golcan. We sat together, so we were pumped after that first. Yeah, we were all pumped, and then it was the same, man. We shook hands at the end and just said,
on to next year.
So you win the pre-season.
Yeah, that's it. So what we'll do is, the first thing is, well, since we've got our guest here, right? We have to play the game.
Oh, you got to play the game now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wrong.
Have we got something before that?
No, I reckon we'll do this first.
Okay.
The first one is a basic instinct.
So did you do this? You did this the first time.
Yeah, I think we both did, man.
Or did Fab do it? Yeah, both of you.
You both did it. So this is just for the game, the basic instinct again.
You know what? I might go a little bit different.
Huh?
Boyd.
Oh,
yeah, I like that.
I like that. I like it.
I do actually like that. That was good. It was a bit of a basic instinct.
Write these down.
Yeah. I think he was that bad, mate.
He was good.
He was good.
He was fantastic. He was
that
one of
the
best players.
Yeah.
Schnitz.
He actually looked like, when he first played for us.
And then he built in, and then before he got that injury,
he actually looked like a football. He looked like he was ready to.
Yeah. The basic instinct we've got now with the plain and simple.
What about the plain and simple? Just plain and simple.
Just plain.
PIPNS.
It's actually difficult this week. It's difficult this
week.
It is. You've got to pick it on this week's performance.
The plain and simple.
Difficult.
You know what? I reckon Nicky Newman.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, I reckon Nicky Newman.
See the
eye.
Yeah.
What did he break?
China. I reckon that's a fractured eye socket.
They didn't even stop play.
I know. That's what I was losing
it. About those dogs of umpires this week. And then the Aussie.
Ooh. I reckon Sammy Walsh.
Walsh. Yeah. He is an Aussie.
Well, he is a full.
He's never been referred to as an ocker.
Well, one of our. Oh, wait, let's go into this one. This is your favourite.
The Schnuggets. Yeah. The wait is finally over. Now we crumb in pieces, introducing our new star Schnuggets. Well, they are new, but they're not new to us anymore. No lips and arseholes, 100% RSPCA approved chicken breast, and coated with our signature crumbs.
They are the Schnuggets. Everyone get down there. But first of all, someone did go down there.
Did they?
Let's have a look at
Here we go. Adam Adamos.
What did he write there?
Plain and simple in honour of Nick Newman's season with some Schnuggets. No lips and arseholes here. That's fantastic.
Good one.
Actually, there's another gentleman as well on Instagram who had DM'd me a few times with reference to Schnitz. I can't remember who it was now. I've got to get it up. I have to get it up. Who was it? Oh, dearie me.
In the meantime...
Yes, continue on. I'll find who it was.
If you do want to contact us, what's the email?
The jumperpunch at gmail.com. Michael Harley is his name.
Oh, yeah?
Schnitz Mornington.
Oh.
Yeah, he was getting the old... what did he get, actually? I'll tell you what he got. We'll put the pictures up. I'll send you the pictures.
Mate, Snit's around Australia now. People are going in going, mate, I want the Nick Newman.
He did a full video.
I want my discount.
He did a full video. He got the Garden of Eden for Charlie.
I like it.
He got a Swiss chicken. He got the original chips, large chips, the dips, and a sweet chili mayo dip as well. And then he went and got another one. This was on Friday. He said one more for good luck. Obviously, it didn't work, so they must have given you a rotten bunch. No, I shouldn't say that.
Nah, never.
He got a... what did he get? A Garden of Eden again.
Oh, he likes the garden.
So he's all about the Charlie Kerno.
I'm telling you, man, it's around
So
Australia,
he only got one burger each time for each goal Charlie kicked in the finals. That's a
The Aussie, bring it back, Cripper.
Oh, the Aussie. You want Cripper as the Aussie?
Cripper.
Okay.
So if you go in there, you become a member of either the Mars Polo.
Mars Rock or Polo, you get 17% off. That's if you're subscribed. But if you're a member, you get 25% off.
Right,
so instead of $7.50 for a pack of Schnuggets, what do they charge you? $5.99.
It's now I forgot. I used to know.
Or is it $5? Yeah, $5. No,
it's about $5.75.
I work at numbers all day, but don't worry about telling me.
$5.76 or something.
7.5 times 0.25. 1.875. 7.5 minus 1.875. $5.60.
Wow!
Shit.
You can't go wrong, I'm telling you, mate. You got to go.
Where are you getting a pack of nuggets for $5.60?
No, but real.
Yeah.
I just crunched 40 nuggets from Macca's today. They were horrible, man.
They were horrible.
They were dog water.
I wonder how many lips and assholes you just ate.
Mate, plenty of them.
I reckon there was
plenty of them.
Because you don't know. Once you mix all the lips
just
and assholes together, you just don't know what
you don't know what
giblets.
It's just grey giblets.
The toes in there.
Apologies for my throat and cough today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of a struggle today. We're getting there though.
Yeah, so just in there, and the other sponsor, of course, Marino Brothers, been here since the start. He's a proud sponsor of Banana all the week. There's a few bananas this week, I'll tell you right now.
You've got a good one.
Yeah, I got plenty of them.
You got a good one?
I got a good one.
I've got a great one.
Got a few one. And then we've got also, whatever, Top Dog Liquor. Yeah, Top Dog Liquor.
Sponsoring Rocco's Rant. I'm wondering what your rant is this week. I don't know.
No, you don't know. And you're going to, it's really gave me the shit.
I reckon
really
I
know.
No?
You can't know.
Why?
Because you weren't there.
At the ground.
Okay.
All right.
I'm pissed off. And it's happened to us before. Right, and it happened again, and I'm pissed off.
Oh no!
I got it.
And then also, proud sponsor of Legends of the Jumper Punch, of course, is North Seafood Bar and Grill. We went again there on Thursday. We had another great meal.
How was that, by the way? Because I wasn't able to frequent because I had work. But
Rash come down. Lana and. And all the boys come down.
Peter Vlahos, was he there?
Yeah, Peter was there.
Damien Lancaster Bomber was the bomber there.
You know who else was there?
Who else? Lancaster Bomber.
Vinny Katogia.
Oh, was there? He was
I've
there.
seen it on his Instagram.
How's your hand after his handshake?
It doesn't get any weaker. I mean, the bloke just grips
on there.
He actually does crush your hand, but I love it. Good.
No,
it's a real handshake.
Man. So this week, Legends.
What a guest we've got.
We have got the great, we'll say it, who is it?
Brett Ratton.
Brett Ratton!
I'm absolutely spewing I couldn't get to this because
you missed out. So we went down to North.
Fuck.
seafood bar and grill, and we did it there, and it's going to be a 2-parter. That's how big it was. So we're talking. I'm telling you,
it's a good guest.
I've enjoyed all the guests. They're all good. Don't get me wrong. I love talking to them. But Brett Ratton, it was very
surreal.
Well, not only surreal. Like when he spoke, you could see that. You listen. It's a man that knows what he's talking about because he's just his knowledge of the game because he's involved in coaching. He went to other side, and he was a great player. I'm telling you, this is really great. And some of the things he says really, really are eye-opening. I think some of these things will help the team for next year. And I'll give them to you a bit later.
Okay.
All right. And anyway,
you got some quotes for us, do you?
I have got some quotes for you.
Okay.
And so this week we got Legends, of course, 8:30, and then Blue Sunday. Joe was back this week, so great to see Joe back this week.
How is he going?
Yeah, he seems to be. Well, what can I say?
As best as he can be.
In good spirits.
As best as he can.
How do I know? Good spirits. So I can't even imagine what someone goes through in that. When they do say that. Like it is only a game. There's bigger things in life, and it's true. But the game.
Hey, the game will get Joe and us. We will all get him through.
And this, I was just about to say that. That's what the game does. It gets you through. And he came in the show, and I think it did him a lot of good to get on there, just to forget about.
You've got to have
a little outlet.
Yeah.
You got to have something to wake up for.
100%.
Because in life, there's tragedy and morbidity. And it's always going to come.
Oh, yeah. I always say life's a misery.
It is.
It's a bloody misery. There's only it's like misery free if you're lucky 80 years and you get a few bits of gold in between.
You know where the optimism embedded in that is? You're strong enough to get through it.
No, we do. Most of us do get through it.
There's the optimism.
I'm telling you, we're all champions.
Stronger together.
It's been a misery up until now being a Carlton supporter, I'll tell you that.
Stronger together.
But it's been good this year, mate. It's been good this year. So everyone have a look. They got together and let's have a look what they had to say.
In general, Brownie, in the areas that you think there was a clear difference between the sides?
Well, firstly, let me just say from the outset that McInerney's not usually known as a goal kicker. And for him to actually be in amongst their goal kicking, that means that what they were doing is that Brisbane were pushing McInerney back into the forward line, and either we were too slow to react or we weren't.
Well, Vince got the green cordial going, mate.
Counteract,
the lime cordial, mate.
That move.
Tech, man.
There's a couple of things that stood out to me. One of the things that was really, really interesting was that in the first quarter, when we were actually dominating the actual game at that stage, it looked like that we could walk on water. We looked quick. We looked like that we were in control. We were taking all of our opportunities which were presented to us, and we were able to use them. In fact, I think that the first probably maybe 15 or 20 minutes of the game, I think the ball didn't come out of our forward line. I think it was actually trapped within our forward 50, and we were continually putting the ball inside, but obviously didn't convert. I mean, obviously with weight of numbers, we were able to score.
Get enthusiastic about and cheer about. And look, I sensed that there at Princes Park on Saturday evening. I went to the live site and I saw all the pictures that were at the Gabba. We had as many supporters as what Brisbane had over there. It felt at times like we had almost like a home crowd of our own up there. And look, I think there's a lot of enthusiasm for what we've done this year, and I think Carlton supporters would be feeling pretty good about how the team's performed overall, even though it is disappointing and should be disappointing that we got beaten yesterday and fell one game short of a grand final. But there's certainly a bit to work on, and if they do work on those deficiencies, who knows? The plan would no doubt be to go one step further next year.
100%.
Tough to disagree.
Pretty much. I think it's everyone's.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they
Everyone's
said.
synopsis.
Everyone's like, we look at the game and then at the end of it, you look at it and you're pretty happy.
Isn't it nice when everyone's on the same page?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's unity.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesdays,
Hey.
wow, this is where
Forever rivals.
everyone isn't on the same page.
Oh, you got one that believes
But
in
anyway,
aliens.
this week, if everyone noticed, Manny fucking backed out like a little...
No, he lost a lot of weight and he dyed his hair.
Well, at least we got someone who actually knew something about the game, mate. But anyway, as I said, Manny was a wimp, and he
Cowered away
in the last minute. And I really, to tell you the truth, guys, I don't even know if we're gonna get him back. No, well, you know what? When the moment when you need somebody, you don't produce.
They don't pull up.
What do? Like, you can't be just there for the good times. I need you there for the bad times. And he wasn't there. So let's have a look what happened last week. Everyone's in there. Oh, here we go. We got him back. We got Marco back. Where did you go?
Sorry, Bello, something going with my internet.
Yeah, something wrong with the internet.
Maybe I forgot to pay the bills. Right? I can't afford to pay the internet bills.
Let me tell you where Manny is. Typical Collingwood supporter, the dud, when it really gets hard, they go missing, just like all their finals, mate. They just go missing. But they're welcome, Luca. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. Now show everyone there that top there. You got the Magpies top, because we got a Magpies supporter.
Oh, you'll see a dog.
How's he going? Look at this, mate. Look at this. We've got the young buck here, mate. He's going to talk about, because we've got a big final coming up, haven't we? We've got a big final coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a big final. You shitting yourself? You could be tormented for the rest. You're only a young kid. This could torment you for the next 20, 30 years, man.
No, I have Dom Sheed that still torments me. So I think this one might just get chucked under the list. Yeah, this will just be like added to the list if something happens this week.
Queen with the winner. How's the celebration? Are they the runners getting out there to celebrate? Okay, yeah, here, have a water.
There's a big noise there, mate.
Well done, mate. Hey, we got some moves there just quietly. Queenie, mate. I saw the sidestep.
Mate, I surprise myself sometimes. That was I didn't think I had that in me. I was very happy.
Well, there you go. First of all, there was Luca. Thanks to Luca jumping in, and he done a really good job. In actual fact, I'm telling you, there's a start right there, mate.
Was he keen to, after the show, was he keen to come back and do more?
He is. This is what I'm saying. I don't know, man. When you get in, someone comes in and they do the job, mate. What can I say? And he was a crowd fighter, and he's good on the eyes, isn't he?
Yeah, mate. He's a rooster.
He's a rooster. And then we go to Quinn. Now, did you see that goal?
Yep.
Do you know that was a winning goal?
A match-winning goal.
That was a match-winning goal.
For the Wicks. Alston Wick.
Yeah, you're right too. So they were 2 points down.
And he kicked the winner.
He kicks the winner. How's that by our man Quinn? So congratulations,
right on, Quinn.
And there you go. All right, so everyone catch those shows. That'll be. I'm sure it'll be a big one this week.
And as Tiesto produced, let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
The wild world of Carlton.
And actually, a few of those words there really, really like there was.
They resonated with the game on the weekend. Yes,
that first quarter.
Down to misery at the end, you know. So it was a bit of thing. So let's have. So the scores were. Brisbane 11-13-79 to Carlton 9-9-63. Now, so what we're going to do is usually we go into this, don't we?
Yes, we do. We usually go into Mars's journal.
Now you're probably thinking, what are we going to do here? Now we can't go into Little Mars's journal.
No, I didn't do one. I was thinking of it. Because I thought no one's going to be on it.
What we do, Mars, you know, he's away in Japan. He'll be back next week. He'll be back for the last show of the year. But what he did was he did put a post out.
He did put a post out,
and
yes.
I thought this was perfectly written.
For the journal.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Surprising.
It's just the final note.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Someone who just like everyone reckons, oh, he hates Carl, he bags him and that, and bada bing, bada boom.
You should see our text messages together. I knew something like this was coming.
Well, let's have a look at this.
Can you zoom in? Can you just zoom into that?
I can zoom in.
Get that plus up. Yeah. Okay, I can read that. Ooh, go back a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's all right. I can scroll up.
Where? Scroll up. I can't.
Scroll out.
Yeah, just hold it down with the left mouse, and that's it. Yeah, you can do it that way.
We're learning.
Okay.
Mars Japan.
Mars's journal.
At the F1.
The best 2 teams share the dance floor next week. Yeah, all the Death Riders will say you bottled a 30-point lead and blah, blah, blah. But the best team won.
And then he wrote,
to Carlton. What a roller coaster of a year. Plenty of emotion, excitement, and in the end, heartache. What a fucking ride it has been. From hoping my train derailed in Italy after that Essendon game to a preliminary final.
Typical Mars fashion, huh? Perfect.
Don't let this deter or distract you from what is coming. Be disappointed, gutted, angry, frustrated, and more. We will lick those wounds like a wounded lion, but we will remember the wounds that will ultimately take us to the Holy Grail. There's a little bit more at the end. See you in 2024.
That's perfect about that.
How's that?
There's always one final heartbreak you need to have. 3 heartbreaks.
There could be one final one. There could be. I still think there might be another heartbreak coming.
Yeah,
maybe.
You know what I mean? Because
we had one heartbreak last year. We've had a second heartbreak this year. You got one more.
Maybe there's one more. Maybe there's 2 more. Like if you look at years past, you know what I mean. Like 90 in the 90s, it's perfect. You know what I mean. We win the grand final, then we make finals in '88, and then we're nowhere. We're nowhere. You know what I mean? And then we're really nowhere till '93, where we make the grand final and we lose. And then in '94, we lose both finals. Straight sets out. The heartache, one after the other, you know. And ultimately, that gave us that success in '95. You know what I mean? So sometimes, and you look at now Brisbane, you know, they've been there for 5 years.
They've lost a prelim twice.
I think they've lost 2 prelims. 3 prelims.
And they've been straight
Geelong
as well.
They lost to Geelong. They lost to...
Who did they lose to?
Geelong last year again.
Yeah.
And
they got straight setted one year, didn't they?
They lost to the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, they've had it. So, anyway, did you want to look at any stats?
Yeah, get the stats up. Yeah, get the numbers up. I mean, because there's ways you can approach this game and how you look at it all. So, I mean, inside 50s, you can't really win many games against Brisbane when you concede 64 inside 50s, can you? And to still keep them to, what was their final score? 79?
Yeah.
To still keep them to 70. Look, they left a few goals in the...
Of course.
They left a few goals out there.
Sadie Weber.
Yeah, absolutely. The one that everyone knows, smashed in clearances.
Yeah.
You can't win games when you get belted in clearances.
And the point is, after quarter time...
I'll tell you what the numbers were after quarter time.
Oh, all right.
I've got them all here.
Do you want to tell us now?
So, yeah, I can tell you now.
All right,
yeah,
but before you do that...
No, go on.
The tackles too.
Yeah.
All right, now the tackles they were only 53, but remember we keep saying the magic number is about 65 for us. We get 65 tackles.
So those numbers, that was our lowest tackle count since the Giants game.
You know what I mean? So again, and you know what? I was saying it at the game because I think at quarter time you got the quarter time tackles.
I didn't have it.
I think at quarter time we would have had about 12 or 13 tackles, 14 tackles, and I'm going, all right. We're on target for this magic, you know.
Which is, you know what? That's actually not a bad number considering we had
a lot of the ball.
We had a lot of the play.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of the play. But what do you do?
It is what it is.
Do you do? Like, all right, let's go. Like I was saying this before.
We'll get into the game.
Disagree with me.
No. Go on.
With the analysing this game,
Yeah, you can go too deep.
It's one game. I understand that. Of course, you got to look at it and see what you did wrong, and hopefully you get better at it. But was that really calm? Those last 3 quarters wasn't really calm. We got beaten by a better side. You know what I mean? They outplayed us. We were outcoached by far after quarter time. He was 100%. Smart. Fagan, he was very smart the way he coached.
The approach there.
After quarter time. So, you know, I don't even know if they're going to go that deep into analysing this game, you know. So, but
it is what it is.
Tell me,
I've got a fair few numbers. Yeah, I've got some numbers like I've written down. So I think there's 2 ways you can look at it. You can look at the game in isolation, which you have to do. You have to look at the game in isolation.
Of course. You
have to, because if you don't look at a game like that in isolation, you have to keep this game in your memory bank and learn from it, because ultimately this is what you have to have as your benchmark to say, okay, well, how are we going to analyse this game?
Yeah.
We have to analyse a preliminary final on the road in a very tough environment and take away what we need to take away from it. Where did we go wrong in this game?
Where did we go right and where did we go wrong?
Nothing changes. The Monday, they would have gone in on Monday today. They would have reviewed the game like any other game. This isn't one of those games where you've been flogged by 300 points and you just go,
and then you're going to
forget about it, right?
Yeah.
But I still think you have to go through this. And that, again, nothing changes.
Yeah.
They'll analyse what they did just like any other game, but it's more so because of the height of it. It's like, okay, this is the preliminary final benchmark.
Yeah.
And this is where we need to get to next season. So if you look at it after quarter time, clearance numbers 32-19 in favour of Brisbane. That's a shellacking.
Jesus.
That's a belting.
It felt like that though.
That's it. Our midfield, after quarter time, our midfield got our contest was not good enough.
Bang.
And this is not me having a go at them. I'm just talking about this game in isolation. After quarter time, we were poor.
We were non-existent.
We were poor, really, really poor. And it was not through lack of effort or lack of trying. It was just through lack of smarts and wanting to really compete to that next level around the ball.
Yeah.
You know, was Cripps sore? Yeah, probably. But you cross the white line, you're fit.
That's it.
Right. Chera was down. I didn't really like his game.
No, Chera.
Hill was down.
Yep.
Didn't really like. You know, he did a job on a couple of Brisbane midfielders, but ultimately they got way too many clearances after. You know, they didn't just equalise at the contest. They smashed us at the contest after quarter time, and when that's your one wood and that's what you base your game on, and that's taken away from you, and we have found other ways to win, but ultimately it's not. You know, it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So you went to the game. What did it feel like there after quarter time? Like up to quarter time, everyone was ecstatic and that.
Well, for me, I was obviously you're going to be losing it when you're kicking goals. Like you kick 5 on the bounce, obviously.
Of course.
But I was a little bit more reserved. I had a few around me, but I was a little bit more reserved because I knew that they were going to come. They weren't going to lay down and just let us bullet them like that.
Yeah.
Very rare that.
That last goal, the first quarter.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
And then that first goal in the second quarter, and I was texting Mars, and I'm like, it's not good.
No.
Yeah,
because
I could instantly feel it.
It was the way they opened us up.
Yeah, and once they get that, I'm telling you, once they get those songs going, bro, the whole ground, you can't hear yourself think.
Yeah.
You actually can't hear yourself think. And then once they got on that roll, and I was texting Mars, and I was just saying, this isn't looking good. We're getting belted everywhere, and it felt worse than what those numbers looked like. It felt way worse. It felt way worse.
It looked worse too. It didn't look good even on TV. Like when they would get smashing us,
they made us look like school kids.
I was getting very angry.
And there's moments in every game that can go either way, you know. And that first goal they got, if I remember correctly, because I haven't really watched the replay, but if I remember correctly, that first goal at the end of the quarter, I think there was a bit of a battle in the middle there. I think we might have had the ball, and then we kind of like lost it.
They got it.
They coughed it up.
Got it out the back.
And out the back.
See you later.
That could have gone either way, you know. We get that forward, you know. So, and the other big moment to me was, all right, then they played, but that third quarter, that free kick against Cripps for the 50. I think that was. First of all, that was a bad decision by the umpire. I don't care what anyone says. He was being held, even though their ruckman was being held, right? To give away the 50 when the umpire knows the crowd and everything, and that was a disaster. As soon as I dropped my head. I dropped my head.
It was such a pivotal time.
It almost felt that at that point there, not that I believed that we couldn't win it from there, I just felt,
so far.
Well, you come out of the trenches at half time and inside 30 seconds.
What are you saying at 3-4 time? We need to kick the first goal. We need to kick the first goal, you know what I mean? And then,
that's what I was saying to people around us.
There's a couple pivotal points there, yeah. Players were down.
Yeah, I think, look, and even look, you can look at it again from a numbers perspective, but if you're playing, if you look at the heat maps in the game, right, we conceded how many goals in the second term? 5?
It was 5 or
6. 5, 6,
yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We had 24% of our possessions inside our forward half. 76% of our play was from the back half. You can't play. You can't.
No, you can't.
It's unsustainable.
Yeah.
And then quarter 3, 33% of the ball we had in our forward half. Quarter 4, the same thing.
Yeah.
So for 3 quarters, we had on aggregate, what's that? About 29 to 28% of the ball in our forward half, and they had 65 to 70%, even more inside their forward. It's unsustainable.
You can't win like that.
It's unsustainable.
It was a smashing.
And in the first quarter, we had 59% of the ball in our front half.
Yeah.
And we were able to score 5 goals from it.
Yeah.
So, and Chris Fagan also did say that he thought that at quarter time during the first quarter that his boys retreated far too much.
Yeah.
And that's why it gave us space to be able to work in and get higher up the field. And then the same thing happened with us in the second term. We retreated far too much.
We did retreat far too much. You could see, yeah.
And they just didn't. It's like they forgot what to do from the first quarter to the second quarter.
Yeah. We'll learn from this.
Yeah, 100%.
Because what we had to do in that second quarter, we had to lock them down.
We couldn't maintain our pressure.
No, we couldn't.
We had to. Yeah. We had to lock them down.
We couldn't absorb.
And we couldn't.
No.
We couldn't. And then I thought that we tried to be too quick.
Yeah.
Even in the second quarter, when it was time to go into a different gear, slow it down and slow this ball. Because I kept saying, we just need to slow this ball down. We just need to slow it down.
Stifle it.
And we didn't. And I think that's something not only the players are going to learn, but the coaching staff are going to learn. Like we needed, might I say, we needed that plan B to come about. You know, like we needed that different approach because I didn't think we tried enough in that second quarter.
We're going 100 miles an hour for the whole thing.
They kept getting us from behind. Yeah.
Even in the third quarter, I was speaking to one of the Brisbane supporters next to me, and even he was saying, "He's like, you already look out on your feet."
Yeah.
We already looked out on our feet, and I'm like, I know.
In-game management, you want to be able to slow the game down, but control possession and still be able to score. That's what the best teams do. They knock it about,
100%,
but they still filter their way
100%.
through. And time is your best friend. The more time you have with the ball, it gives less time for the opposition to score. Clearly, that's obvious. And that's what we did in the first term. People say, "Oh, we got all these repeat entries. We can't score." But ultimately, we did. 5 goals to 1 in the first term, and then
we blitzed them.
You control that. You control the ball in your forward half, and you have repeat entries, and that's also a form of defence.
Yeah.
Because you're keeping the ball in your front half,
100%.
but it's hard. It's so hard. It's so hard to be a sustainable team if all you're going to do is play out of your back half. You can't do it. You just can't. It's nearly impossible to do.
It's so unsustainable.
It's nearly impossible to do.
The defence need a bloody round of applause, man.
The back 6 or 7. Yeah, see, I do agree with that to a certain point, right? Not in this game, though, after quarter time. Because I felt that we folded back too much. And it stifles the opposition from looking good. Because we folded back. And what happens when we fold back? Yeah. We get conceded against far too easily.
Well, I think Wiedering he got beaten a lot. I felt like it looked to me.
Difficult. When the ball's live and the space in front of you, what's he supposed to do?
But do you think they, like as you said, they went 2 back? Do you think that happens because then the pressure?
Yeah.
The pressure and instead of like holding firm, they went back, they retreated 100%. A bit because they wanted to save it.
Well, Brisbane fired up and they stopped our forward handball.
Yeah.
You noticed our forward handball, they kept cutting it off, right? Because they all rolled up.
100%.
Right. So in those moments...
And I'm talking about the coaching. There was a bit of a change there. I noticed then, like, the way they were setting up around the contest.
Yeah. I think ultimately that's how Brisbane always wanted to play it.
Yeah.
It was more just the reinforcement of, boys, this is not the Brisbane way.
Get back to what you're doing.
Get back to what we know. Take it to them.
Yeah.
But then ultimately we had to realise too that, okay, well, if they're cut, there's got to be space out the back.
Yeah.
So it's either a territory kick to get out the back or it's be cleaner. Yeah. And we just weren't clean, and the pressure numbers just completely dropped right off. They dialed right down. It was like our pressure in the first term was 201 and dialed down to 160.
And again, this is that gears I'm talking about. They should have changed it around, slow it down a bit, maybe go
Control
from the back
the
a bit, try to control that ball. Who's it come down to?
Oh, it's just everything. It's just the individuals and practicing it and continually exposing yourself to it.
Now, do you think that the coaching panel, the coaching group, they've got this plan implemented already? Like if it's going this way, all right, so then it comes down to the people on the ground.
Yeah, you've got to be able to execute it.
All right, so...
And the opposition's going to take it away from it. Brisbane did that brilliantly.
No, but this is what's going to happen.
So credit to them.
I think they just got overwhelmed. I think they just got overwhelmed, the boys.
No, they did. And I believe, like, I'm not bagging them. I'm just trying to work out how they're going to get around this, right? So I'm trying to work out, in a game, coaches have they've got A, B and C, D game plans, whatever. If this happens, we do this. If this happens, we do this, right? Then it all comes down to the players doing it.
Yep.
Right?
Understanding the moment.
Yep. And they didn't. They didn't, and they got caught out. Now, whose fault is that? Well, we've got the leaders and that. But also, we've got to understand, as far as their leaders, they're still not experienced.
No.
They're not experienced in this, you know what I mean? So
absolutely,
I'm giving them a little bit of an out to say, like, because Brisbane were the opposite, but they were experienced enough to go, right, this is all we got to do. We've been here before.
We're down 5 goals to zip.
We know
cool heads, lads.
Let's do this.
We know what we have to do to knock this mob off.
Once they come at us, we started panicking a bit, you know.
We did panic a little bit.
We did. And you could see by the mistakes we did, the fumbling,
handballs going straight.
You know, like, and a bit of luck their way, you know, like how many times they get a ball to a hand that was handball forward and that, you know what I mean? Those little things, you know. It was just, it's not luck. You make your own luck. I don't want to be blaming it on that, but they were getting their hands to the ball, and they were reading what we were about to do. That's why they were getting ahead of us.
Did you notice in the first quarter we stopped them from switching?
And
changing angles.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying to the guy next to me. I'm like, it just kept stifling you, and then I don't know. But what can you do?
Panicked.
They did.
Panicked in the first quarter.
They did, but then they just reset, and then they knew the assignment.
And they are. Look, let's be frank, and I said it before. They are a good football team, Brisbane.
I think they're the best team.
They are, they're a darn good footy team, mate. That forward line, the midfield just went to work. The back line's dogged as well. Starcevic is a gun. Harris Andrews is a gun. Gardner did a great job on Curnow.
What about that other back?
Kitty Coleman.
I just wanted to.
I think Acker said it between the arcs.
The lack of accountability on him, and he's obviously that's where the defensive pressure of our smalls and our half forwards really dropped away. I thought Fogarty and Motlop were really disappointing on the night.
Well,
I thought they were really, really poor.
Didn't he have a tackle?
No, he didn't have a tackle. No, I thought he was really poor on the night. And you can't rip a 19-year-old. But if that game was in the season, say that. Okay, forget it's a preliminary final, right? Just look at that game. I just want to ask everyone in the chat. So, forget the scenario for the moment. I know you can't, right? Because it is the scenario. But the game in isolation, if that was in the regular season, would you be happy with that?
No.
Would you say, well done, boys?
No.
Exactly.
Because the reason we're saying well done is because we're looking at the season.
So there's two schools of thought.
That's right.
And you have to get the balance right with both.
Yeah, of course.
Because if you don't, you let them off the hook for a poor performance in finals.
Of course.
But then also, you've got to be like, lads, fuck, mate, great job. Yeah. Like, mate, from where we were, in the abyss.
Have we been there before? Where we were on Saturday? Have we been there before?
No.
Have we been in a preliminary 5 goals up?
No.
With one of the best sides coming at you?
No. So you've got to look at it and say, lads, you will learn from this experience.
100%.
You've got to take...
And they'll want to learn.
Got to take the good with the bad out of it, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all going to, I'm telling you, all those players, a lot of them are going to be sitting at home now blaming themselves.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And you know who the one bloke?
Charlie.
Yeah.
100% he'd be blaming.
Charlie's going to be.
He'd be kick. He wouldn't be able to sleep after that game.
No.
And anyone bagging him, go and get stuffed, mate. Seriously, man.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be there.
Mate,
you know what, too? I saw a few...
And again, man, he had 2 or 3 players on him, like every time, you know what I mean? It's tough, yeah. Of course, we'd love him to kick 4 goals and that, but it just
can't be
work.
I mean, I know he didn't really do a lot the final series, but he can't win every game for you. He can't do everything. You're going to rely on one player like we did with Cripps.
No, exactly right.
You know what I mean?
No, but I'm telling you, he'll be dirty on himself.
He'll come back.
Big time.
I saw a few people ripping into Mackay, calling it was a shit performance.
Who, Harry? Oh,
yeah, I saw some people saying they've got no clue. Their best forward.
Did you see his work rate?
Mate. Up and down.
Love how he hits up at the ball.
Oh, yeah.
He hits up at the ball.
He's a great, hit up forward, leading forward, man. I'm telling you, the bloke was huge, man, and he kicked the 2 goals and he hit the post.
Yeah.
He's kicking.
But he hit it pure.
Yeah.
He hit it pure.
I was about to say, the kick's beautiful.
And see what happens when the crowd is all together.
Oh, yeah.
He feeds off it.
You know, when he feeds the first goal.
Oh, I lost it.
Mate, we were all pumped.
I lost it.
I said the guy next to me is going to miss it. No, he's going to miss it. I'm like, relax, he'll kick the bloody goal.
I was confident this time, you know.
Yeah. And then his goal in the last quarter was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful hit, you know. Yeah. Harry's my favourite player, so, you know, I've got a soft spot for him, but...
I love him, and I love him because, you know, I know he had a few demons going through, you know.
He'll be right.
And to get through those demons and be the person he is, man, I love the bloke.
And he's copped a lot of shit.
That's what I'm saying, man. He copped a lot of shit, man, but he gets out there again and he...
Just keeps on keeping on.
He does. Look, again, and I noted down here, this was like my heart. I did 2 bits. I did like the real harsh analysis of... You can't go goal. We went goalless from the 17-minute, 46-second mark of the quarter 2 to 13 minutes and 24 seconds in quarter 4.
Yeah.
You can't go goalless in any game of footy like that and expect to win. Especially and we were still in the game. We were still in the game.
Yeah.
And many teams would have gone up there and been flogged.
Oh, yeah.
Port Adelaide got their asses handed to them.
Yeah. 16 points is stuff all, you know, and you know, we're always a chance, you know, and you talk about pivotal moments there was that Cruz one I talked about, Chera missing.
Yep.
That was huge, man. You go into that, you kick that goal with 20 seconds to go in that
with
third
a decent sniff in that last quarter.
Well, you're only going down 2 goals and a little bit, right? 2 goals and a half instead of 3 goals and a half, and you got that momentum. It was huge. It was huge. As soon as he missed that was another. There was many head drops by me. That was like, oh no, you know, like
FFS.
Yeah, and the Cottrell one, where he snapped over his head.
Yeah.
You know, look, I'm not going to bag Cottrell. He's been tremendous for us. You know what I mean?
How they learn, you know.
And he'll learn. But that was a miss he shouldn't have missed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the ball bounced away from him, but then he grabbed it and he had a clear shot at it.
He did. He just rushed it.
And at one stage, like we saw it from the TV, you see going up, and then it's coming back, but from the angle, it just looked like it was going through. I didn't realise it just got up. It's going back down again, mate.
The pitching wedge.
You know, and then Cripps was a big moment. He kicks that goal. That was huge. I thought, all right, we needed a goal to settle, you know, and he did it, you know. But then,
hey, look. You know, the thing that you got to look at is when we went 5 goals down in that last quarter, or what did we go down, 28 points?
Yeah, I think 28, 29
they
points.
They fought back to the end. They kicked back and said, look, I know we might be down and out here. This might be a margin that's insurmountable, but...
They didn't just lay down.
No, you got to fight to the line. You got to fight to the line.
You always got to fight to the line because you don't know when you're going to need to do that next time.
You got to fight to the line.
And they have been.
Yep. You got to fight to the line.
In all their games that they've been winning, you know, especially the tight ones, they've been fighting till the end. You know,
showed some form of resilience in the end to 100%. Come back and just get completely blown off the park.
Yep. And now you got to find other ways to win. When you don't win that clearance battle and you are playing out of your back half, we've shown patches where we can do it. Now it's just about doing it for longer.
Yeah, 100%.
And finding ways to do it when you need to in those games.
They'll learn.
Especially in those high pressure environments. And it's impossible to win it from outside the 4.
Very.
You cannot do it.
Yeah, what is it? The one team that's done it all.
The Bulldogs in Adelaide. It's 2 out of the last 30.
No.
And
it's
to go,
very difficult.
how many
Well,
wins?
the point was that
6%.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that if it wasn't interstate, you got another. Like if we were playing a Melbourne-based game, mate, you give yourself a big chance. You could possibly do it from outside the 4. But that trip there, we knew. I'm telling you, I knew.
It's the hardest trip in football this year.
It's a cauldron that place.
It's hard.
It's a genuine cauldron that place. Oh my god.
It's the hardest trip in football.
You know what's funny? We did between the arcs with Acker.
Yeah.
And he almost picked us straight away. He goes, you might get a run, but once that Brisbane juggernaut starts roll,
oh mate,
they'll kick 5, 6, 7 goals, and you won't be able to stop them. And he was right. It happened exactly what happened.
That's what they've been doing all year.
Yeah.
And you can't stop it.
And Charlie did nothing for them.
Well, a lot of their forwards didn't have major impact.
Until the end.
Danaher was good.
Danaher was good. Danaher was good. I think McInerney was probably the best game of his career.
Yeah. He was the best ruckman on the field, no doubt.
Yeah.
I could already see people bagging Pitts and that, he didn't get it. Between him and Kerner, and I'm sorry, TDK, they didn't have the best games, So, look, and again, that's for next week maybe, but, I still think, something's got to, anyway, something will have to be done there.
Yeah,
something will have to be worked out.
No, I mean, again, the game in isolation, you look at it after quarter time, it's poor, obviously, but, you can't fault. It's not for lack of desire or lack of effort.
No.
It's just more the smarts.
Outclassed a little bit.
And it's how hard is it when you, like we were saying before we started, when you've got a team that's never gone into finals or done anything like this. It's almost impossible to go from never played finals all the way. It just you can't do it. It's just almost impossible. It would have been a Leicester City. Would have been a Leicester 100%. City. 2,000 to 1.
100%.
2,000 to, and we were 200 to 1 at the halfway point of the year to win it all.
It was almost impossible to do that.
And we were bloody close.
Yeah.
And what do you say? You start. I mean, you look at the betting agencies. What was the line? 19 and a half.
19 and a half.
So we've beaten the spread.
Yes.
So we're beating the handicap.
Yeah.
Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Probably an even. What's their advantage over there? 2-3 goals.
Yeah. There you go.
So.
No, we did well, man.
It's no excuse. It's just I'm just pointing out the facts.
I don't think they'll make any excuses.
Look, I'm not angry. I'm probably just disappointed.
Yeah.
Just disappointed. I'm not angry.
Because you know what there is next week.
Yeah.
And you're that far
more
away.
Disappointed. But
is that how small? Is that yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of shtick.
I want to go for a swim. Shrinkage, you know.
Yeah, the shrinkage. Yeah, exactly.
It shrinks?
Yeah, it shrinks.
Yes, it shrinks.
I was in the pool.
Tell them, Jerry, it shrinks. That's what we did. We shrunk a little bit.
Yeah. Look, disappointing, but
we'll come back.
No, we'll come back.
Yeah, you can't rest on your laurels. You can't just say, oh, yeah, we got to the prelim, so it's going to happen again next year. No. But at least this is the first time, and I said on the fan cams, this is the first time we go into a pre-season with evidence-based optimism.
Yeah, that's it.
Not, I hope we do well. Or,
we've got actually a real foundation
to
work on.
Yeah.
I mean, now we've got a base. Now we're here. Now we can spring off. We were trying to spring off from down here.
Bloody oath.
Now we're springing off from here like a really good. And look, we'll look at this. It's hard not to look at next year and that. Like, it's hard not to talk about it. But we got some players now that we really can build on. People like Hollins. Man, it's first year, he's got final experience. He didn't
look out of place either.
No, he didn't look out of place. Even Boyd looked good, come in. We got that. Next year, we're going to have Zach Williams coming back. He's going to have to be a bonus. Then you got these other players who've all got final experience under their belt. You know what I mean? You're going to get now players like Kerno and that who really... They're going to really want to fire up next year.
How good was Walsh?
And then
3 incredible finals performances
for us.
He will be. I reckon he'll be player of the finals.
He was
even with just 3 finals.
He was unbelievable.
And again, he had 33 whatever.
Yeah.
And we recognised him, but again, he wasn't really recognised. Again, this is becoming like a standard for him.
I think people are quick to forget how good he is.
And he missed a lot of football this year.
How good he is.
No pre-season to what he did. And then misses out like games in the middle of the year.
That little prick from Collingwood couldn't lace his boots if he tried.
Nah, he can't do it.
But we don't look at those pricks.
Yeah.
I don't look at them. I don't care about them.
No, I don't. There is a game next week that we'll talk about a little bit
It's just,
later.
you know what it is? It's nice to be able to look forward.
And that's it. That's what we got
What's
now.
to
We're going
come.
to look forward. And as I said, after we go through all this reviewing of it, we'll look forward and we're going to look back and we're going to go, right, you know what? That was a bloody... And just another thing, we've been saying this during the year. It is about the journey.
Yeah.
Because if you just look at the outcome, I'm telling you, you're going to have a miserable life.
Yeah.
Right?
It's true.
If your life is just about what that final outcome is, right, you'll miss out on so much. If
true.
you climb Mount Everest, the view's good at the end.
Yeah.
But what does everyone talk about? The journey
up.
of getting there, you know what I mean? That was the same with us. I'm telling you.
Walking past dead bodies.
And walking past a dead body.
But it's true.
No, one false step and that could be you.
That's it.
No, it's true. But and anyone during the week and on Forever Rivals and that, if you try to rain on my parade, I swear I will rain havoc on you, because there is no way you're going to rain on my parade, because seriously, the journey of this year, and especially from round 14 onwards, mate, we've had some of the best times, mate.
Oh, mate.
We've had some of the best.
No, this year's the best year I've had at the football
mate,
ever.
The wins and then the final wins and the optimism and seeing our players and seeing and how everyone's united and that. It's been the best. Like, the journey's been fantastic. Yeah, we didn't reach the final outcome. You know what I mean?
I think it's still very, very, very positive. 150%. Some of the vomit I heard on SEN today. My God! There people saying we're sorry, not you, but people saying we're a failure.
Not on the overnight.
No. We failed. We're a bunch of shove it up your ass. Honestly.
Who said that?
It was on. I think Dwayne Muscle was agreeing with him.
Someone called up
and he's like, and he was like, and if they're someone, I can't remember which team, if their year was a failure, then ours is a failure. I'm a fun cooler. A lot of them.
Depends on how you look at it. It's definitely not.
I don't think it's a failure.
It's definitely not a failure.
You know what? And I do agree. I think what Kobe Bryant said, and Terry put this up weeks ago about, and I think I've learned it too, is that like he kept that like what's success and failure?
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Well, that's
you just keep working towards whatever you got to work towards. Just keep getting better at what you're good at.
100%.
Keep getting better and getting better. What did Mark McClure say? Remember what I said in the fan cams? When we spoke to Mark McClure.
Keep getting better. Just
keep improving.
Keep improving every day.
Better training session. Better diet. Better recovery. Go for another running session. The first thing you do in pre-season now, we've got a 5-week break. No, make it 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Back into it.
Yeah, no, it's true. What is success? I mean, that's it. What is success? Yeah, that's very, very true, very true, very true. Of course, it's the ultimate. Everyone wants the ultimate, you know what I mean? But everyone's got their own individual goals, and the team's got its goals.
You've got to be sustainable.
What do you play for in the end?
Play for flags,
Flags.
Yep. At the end of the day, of course, we play to win.
You've got to be sustainable with all of this stuff. If you're not sustainable, forget about it. So we look at what Brisbane and Geelong have done. And even, look, I know Melbourne to a certain extent booted out in straight sets. Look, they've got a few off-field things that a little bit...
But
ultimately, though,
over the last 5 years...
And that's what you want to be. You've got to give yourself a chance to be there.
Even the filth, right?
Mate, they've given themselves a chance to be there.
You know, ever since 18, they're always there and about.
How many bad years have they had in the last 15? Two? One or two.
And they bounce straight back.
Yeah. And that's what that many. And this is why now
it's a good base.
It's a good
base to start from.
Yep.
It's a good base to spring on and keep building towards that. And now, you know, even again with the fans, man, it's been a great year for the fans, the way they've united. And I'm telling you, that clapping at the end, I'm telling you, that's huge, man, what we just did, you know. What we just did. I think we've learnt a lot. All of us have learnt a lot in especially the second half of the year. about our boys and what we should expect and how we should act and what part we play in this whole thing, you know what I mean?
There's something I want them to do, the players, and this will be a message to them too. I don't know if someone can clip this up and send it to them, or I might even tell them at open training. At away games, win, lose or draw, the whole group, doesn't matter who you are, the whole group, go up to the cheer squad in that away-based section.
Did they do that?
No, I've never seen it. I'm talking the whole group as one.
Like the Prem do.
Walk over
We are one.
and just give them a clap for their support for travelling over. Thank you very much.
And we do the same, but like we got
Yeah. So I think they can incorporate that a little bit more. That's just one real nitpick, but you know, I like that kind of stuff. That's just me. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do it.
Season.
I don't know how much more you can analyse the game, seriously. I was saying this.
It's a disappointing result. It's just, you know, they weren't good enough.
I think that even a club will quickly analyse this, see the faults, and then just quickly move on. You know what I mean? This isn't who we are. And going forward,
look at the bigger picture too.
We are going to look at the bigger picture.
Like I said, you've got to strike the balance between both. Analyse the game in its isolation and say, guys, mate, this is work around the contest. I know we might be out on our feet, but this isn't good enough.
No.
You can't concede 32 to 19 clearances in 3/4 of football. That's just, regardless of the scenario, that's just not good enough.
And go, 50 minutes without a goal?
Exactly.
Is this also, if that happens, right, does this mean that players, didn't take that responsibility to do what they needed to do? You know what I mean?
And the fact that it was taken away from them by a very good football
team. Right, but
team.
who was gonna then now step up? Now we know Walsh stepped up. You know what I mean? Well, he'd never stepped down to tell you the truth. No. Did some of the other players maybe wait? I don't know. I'm thinking, did they wait for someone else to take control? You know what I mean?
I don't think so. I don't think it was anything to do with that or the mindset. I think it was just more the smarts in those high pressure moments, which you have to continually. You have to be in those moments, but be strong in those moments to be able to increase your capacity in those moments as well. And Michael Voss speaks a lot about capacity. We need more capacity. We need more capacity.
Yeah.
So there are players there that they would look at and say, okay, wow, great performance, great, brilliant. But then there are also blokes in there where they would look at and say, okay, individually you've probably got a bit more scope for improvement. We know that you're probably going to get a bit more out of your career because you're at that age, you're still developing.
Yeah.
And then there'd be blokes that they look at that are on the field where they say, can we find improvement in that position with someone else?
Yeah.
In the moment. So that's a big question mark too.
Oh, you're there? You know what I forgot to do? What are we doing here, mate?
That's the Batman flare.
Light it up. What are we doing here, mate? No lights, man. Come on, mate. The lights are always on at Carlton.
So, I guess that's how you look at it now, but there's optimism to look forward to.
No, definitely. And as I said, we'll look at the season overall next week and that, and we'll see that. Listen, we got to be happy if we're mate. If you're not happy, I'm actually stoked where we got to.
Content, but not satisfied.
No, you can't ever be satisfied, or else you'll just end. You just won't even try to get better from there. I don't think we'll ever be satisfied until we win it. You know what I mean? And then even then you can't be satisfied. You still want to win more. You want to win more. You should always have that, or else you're not going to get nowhere.
Actually, speaking of which, I was going to do it earlier, but I think this is a poignant moment to raise it. Are we able to bring Paul's call forward?
Yeah.
It's not going to be a commentary call because my voice is absolutely singed. But it's going to be a.
You can do whatever you want. This is your show.
This is. So let's bring Paul's call forward. Let's bring Paul's call forward.
We can do whatever you want if I got to find it, but.
Have you even got it in there?
Yeah, no, it's here, man.
I hope you do.
It's always here.
There it is.
Is it this one?
Yep, that's a one.
High energy.
Let's bring it forward. Your scuffed head.
You look so happy with yourself too.
I'm licking him.
I'm always happy with myself.
No.
Look at him.
So, I thought, you know how we've been reading out the proverbs and the, what do they call them? The fantails.
Oh yeah, well they call them fantails.
Yeah, of the Bachi.
Yeah.
Now I know I put something up on the Jumper Punch Instagram page of Michael Voss. How good was that? Can we get that photo up?
So we'll
Did
put
you
up
have
that
it?
photo now.
The photo of Michael Voss, which was amazing. Him
great.
sort of like great shot from Michael Wilson. So credit to Michael Wilson.
Oh, fantastic shot.
Now the saying goes, "Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall." So I think that's a very poignant statement. But what I did was I just did the old Google search, and I thought I want to do just a little bit of light reading, just sayings about success and failure, sayings about reaching a moment. So there was a top 30 on Forbes.com. Now, I'm not going to read out all of them. I'll just read out the top 10.
All right.
Actually, I'm not going to read out number 10 nor number 11 because they were both by Ellen DeGeneres and I don't like her.
All right.
So I'll start and go up, right? So
what are we starting at 9?
no, we're starting at 12, missing 11 and 10 because they're by Ellen
so but
DeGeneres.
you like
and
12.
Yeah,
You like 12.
this is from Chris
You know what you
Bradford.
should have done? You should have just said the top 10. You didn't
Yeah,
have to
I know, but I had to mention Ellen DeGeneres. I don't like it.
But what do you like?
Ellen DeGeneres. I don't like her. She's a degenerate. Actually, I might start at 13 because it's Thomas Edison.
Oh, yeah, we like
And he
Thomas
created
Edison.
the light.
He did.
He said, "I have not failed.
Oh, yes, I like
I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work."
Yes, that's true. I've heard that one too. That's a good one. That's true.
It's true, isn't it?
It's true.
Now, this is from Chris Bradford. "There is no failure except in no longer trying."
Yes. That is very true too.
Yep.
That is a very true statement.
See, this is what I
The
want.
only time you fail is when you stop trying.
Exactly.
Correct.
This is what I want. I want everyone to be like this.
Yes.
And everyone's going to be like this.
Yeah.
Remember there was ages ago, someone messaged in and commented in, I think you were going on a rant about something, and he just said, "Yeah, I was in my garage sipping on a Jack Daniels and Coke and just nodding." So that's what I want everyone to do now. Get your Medicina, get your glass of red wine and just nod to everything.
I like it.
This is from Dennis Waitley. "Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end.
That's right.
Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing."
That's right.
This is from Richard Yates. This is from Richard Yates, number 8. "If you don't try at anything, you can't fail. It takes backbone to lead the life you want."
I like it. You know who agrees with that?
Who?
I'm actually going to take that off. What do you reckon? You agree with that?
Gina Showalter. "Giving up is the only sure way to failure."
He's still going.
He's going.
He's still going.
Ken Robinson. "If you're not prepared to be wrong, you'll never come up with anything original."
Yes,
Like
exactly.
Janet Fitch. "The phoenix must burn to emerge." The phoenix must burn to emerge.
Bit of Dumbledore.
Yeah. Robert F. Kennedy.
Oh, it's a big
This
one.
is getting real deep. This is getting real powerful.
This is Robert Kennedy. This isn't.
Yep. This isn't John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy.
"Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly."
Yes.
In other words, shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you land on the moon.
100%. I've always said that, man. You've got to be prepared to fail if you want to win.
Correct.
This is an interesting one. Coco Chanel.
Oh.
Coco Chanel. "Success is often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable." There you go.
Still going.
Still going, correct.
He
Yes,
loves
yes.
it.
Jack Canfield. "Everything you want is on the other side of fear."
Yes. That's true.
Correct.
That's true. You've got to get past that fear, mate, or else.
Correct. And John Wooden. This is a good one.
I wouldn't believe this.
"Failure isn't fatal, but failure to change might be."
Yes.
Yes.
I like that one.
Yep. And there's also one. Now, this was attributed to Winston Churchill, but I was actually put this on the Instagram page of the Jumper Punch. But can you believe the post got fact checked and said your Instagram account could be demonetized because this quote is actually not attributed to Winston Churchill? And I didn't put. I just put the The word. I just put the word. Yeah. I just put the word in.
Where did you put this on?
On Instagram, and then I had to change it.
Because it's all
I had to change it.
I tell you, bunch of pricks.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What do you reckon? Bunch of pricks, aren't they?
Jeez. He'll go all night, this bloke.
Apparently this was attributed to him, but regardless of if it was him or not, success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Yes. 100%.
And I know I've made a lot of references to Batman The Dark Knight Rises. Right, so I think for years we've continually made the climb without the rope. Oh, with the rope.
With the rope.
The safety blanket, the safety blanket, the safety blanket, the safety blanket. And then Batman asked, how can I make the climb? And the bloke in the cell said, make the climb like the child did. Yeah. How can you overcome and reach your heights without the fear of death itself? So that's the fear of failure itself, knowing that you can fail and you are going to fail, without a safety blanket there and without anything protecting you, how are you going to reach those heights?
100%.
And he said, make the climb like the child did, without the rope.
Yeah. When they're in that big well.
That
big
the prison
in the middle of nowhere.
And he makes the climb without the rope.
Climb, doesn't he? Yeah. No, that's exactly right, man. I'm telling you, because what happens is if you're scared to fail,
you go nowhere.
You just don't go nowhere because you're scared. You're scared you're going to fall. Yep. You're scared you're going to, and even in just your normal life and that, right? What are you nodding about? Don't fucking say no to me, mate. Just agree. Right?
And a little cooter.
Yeah, hey, cooter. How are you, mate?
It's got a bit of... What's he got in his hair? A bit of shtick.
It's all right.
Hey.
Yes, too. Look, everyone. A bit of a shtick on you. Poor cooter. You must cop it here at night. Him and Ange.
Now we know who the culprit was.
Anyway, there's some good quotes. I don't even know what I was going to say, but anyway, that's it, man. I think no.
No, it's just like I don't want anyone to. This is the first time the club's been unified for a long, long time.
That's good.
So don't just make this stronger together thing.
A one-season thing.
A flash in the pan.
Yeah. Not only just a one-season. If we start to falter because. Listen, there's no guarantees for next year.
No.
Well, we could not make the 8 next year.
I'm telling you, so no bad thing. But when we are at our lowest, that's when we got to clap them off, and that's when we got to be behind them. You know what I mean? And like you said, I already saw some posts. And listen, we mention socials and posts, and sometimes we shouldn't, but. They're right in front of us, and they get to you. You know what I mean?
Grind your gears.
They trigger you.
They do. They trigger you. And already from straight after the game, there was bagging of certain players, of the coach and the team and everything. And you're going, are we serious here, man?
And mind you, I was very critical of them through that whole patch.
Well, weren't we all?
We all, but Jesus,
give critical.
Cut them a little bit of slack. You know what I mean?
Still behind them. All right, you want to move on? No, we had some votes. Do you want to do some votes?
Yeah, we'll do the votes. Yeah, actually, I've got to get mine up. I can't remember mine.
I changed mine.
I'd written them down.
All right. You changed it.
Did you change them?
Yeah.
Don't change them because then Rocco has to do a whole heap of work.
All right.
Don't change them.
Give me your votes.
No.
I got your votes here.
Oh, all right. I think I gave 5 to Walsh.
Yeah.
Bit of a different one. I gave 4 to Doc.
Yeah.
3 to Newman.
Yeah.
2 to Mackay. And 1 to Mark.
Okay, those are your. So, and then what were your revised votes?
Yeah,
what did you have as your revised?
Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, then who did you give special mention to?
Special mention to Boydie.
Oh yeah, all right.
Boydie.
Yeah, no, that's good. Don't worry.
I'll get mine down. Okay.
I'll give you mine then. Walsh.
Here we go.
I gave 4 to McKay. Look, it was very hard. I gave 3 to Boyd, 2 to Marchbank, 1 to Newman. Special mention to Wiedering and.
Yep.
Actually, it was very hard to tell you the truth.
Yeah. It was very hard.
Yeah.
There weren't any absolute standouts.
No. Apart from Walsh, I reckon. Yeah.
So I went 5 Walsh, 4 to McGovern.
Yeah.
3 to Marchbank, 2 to Boyd, and 1 to Mackay.
Yeah. And you know what this showed? You went Marchbank, Boyd, Mackay, Boyd, Marchbank. I actually had them, but in a different order. You had McCain, you didn't put Boyd, but you mentioned Boyd. The free, well, Marchbank, no, but Mackay, Boyd, the players they brought back in, you know what I mean?
All played really well.
Played well, yeah. They play well. And this is the other thing about selection, right? Oh, the generals after the battle.
Yeah.
Oh, they should have played Owies. You know what I mean? Why did they play Silvani? Why did they leave out Kemp? Come on, but we've been trusting them all year with these moves, right? And to tell you the truth, I thought the moves were the right thing.
It was aggressive.
Yeah.
They were to win the game.
Hey, Owies being in that side isn't going to win you that game.
Nope.
It was making no difference there. And even Kemp. In actual fact, I think Boyd was the perfect replacement.
He was.
They were a little bit smaller, Brisbane.
But he did his job. I think he did his job.
I thought it was
and
great.
that showed the strength of our side too.
Yeah. Shows you got the depth.
Dropping these players and everyone talking about, what do you reckon?
The midfield, just
Only Chidge.
midfield and around the contest was where we were disappointed.
Yeah.
So anyway, doesn't matter.
All right.
Those are our votes.
Next week.
We'll have the winner, won't we?
Well, next week we've got a game. Let's have a look at it.
Ah, yeah, we do have a game.
The grand final, MCG, Saturday the 30th September, 2:30. Collingwood versus Brisbane.
Yep.
Yeah,
What
so
he
that
said.
was one. Huh?
What he said.
Yeah. It's a disgrace, man, seriously. I hope Brisbane smash them.
Yep.
No, I seriously do.
No, you know what
I hate them because I hate them, but
you know what I said to
it'll
my
show
boss?
that they really were just one of the worst on top of the ladder teams that I've ever seen.
You know what I said to my boss today? I said, I hope it goes to extra time and I hope he's get done after the siren in extra time.
I hope extra time goes for like 2 days and then they get beaten.
No, I wanted to get done after the siren in extra time. By a point too.
That'd be fantastic. But look, it's going to be an interesting game. Brisbane are definitely going to go in there. To me, like, they're not going to be favourites. I know Collingwood are favourites.
Yeah, slight, like 1.5, 2.5 point favourite.
But I still think that Brisbane have got too much firepower, and them losing McStay is huge for them because they're already struggling up there. Yeah. One person I'm going to have to. Fuck, how good was the Goey last week? What happened there, mate?
Wow, he's a good footballer. He's a gun, mate. Yeah.
It's probably the best game I've seen him play.
Yeah, he was
I think it was his best game,
especially against that midfield.
Yeah, shit.
He's revving up for Bali.
No, he was incredible. I love this game. He's revving up for Bali. Hey, look, a lot of people knocked him. The club backed him, and he's performed, mate.
No, he's a good footballer, so that was good.
So they make out he's like some absolute pig of a human.
Nah.
He's not.
You know what?
Sure, I
don't know him, but I reckon he just looks like he would be a top bloke.
Yeah. Have a nice
have
cold on with him. Yeah,
he who is without sin cast the first stone. He who is without sin cast the first stone. You're telling me if there's a bella ragazza next to you, you've had a couple of drinks, you're having a little dance, pa, boo, boo, boo.
He'd be a real dick.
Hey, imagine if someone recorded everything you did at a nightclub after a couple of bevande, mate.
Man, lucky there was no...
You'd be in prison.
Lucky there was no cameras when I was young, man. It would be over.
I'll tell you what to think.
Do you want a chip out on the corner telling you everything to do, everything to say, everything to say, mate? You want to eat?
You know what it is? You know the people who complain? The losers in life.
Yeah, correct, of course. Correct.
Are you serious, man? Anyway.
The ones who complain about him are the ones on Instagram and Twitter, you know, with the shorter skirt and the boob upper like this, you know.
That's it.
Then they complain.
Oh, well.
Anyway, I'm not getting into that. Leave the Goey.
Leaving him.
Would you like him at Carlton?
Yeah,
100%. Take him in a heartbeat.
Anyway, apart from that,
hasn't won a flag yet.
There's nothing from misery but this week.
That I completely agree with. I hope there's absolutely nothing but misery. Don't forget, where does the sewer run?
Straight down Johnson Street, mate.
From Carlton.
Straight down Johnson Street.
Crippers number 2s are going right down there, yeah.
Crippers number 2s going right down there.
They do. They're shit ass. Every time I go past with the train, every time I go past Victoria, because I go straight past Victoria Park, I shit me pants. He just comes out.
Just slips out.
He just slips out. Na merda. All right.
You got a prediction?
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to
Well, it's
say?
going to be Lions for me. Easy.
Yeah.
And
I
reckon it's going to be a 5-goal win.
I think so too.
I'm going to go Lions in extra time.
Oh, Lions in extra time. I like it.
I'm going to say first extra time.
I'm going to say Brisbane.
That's pain for them.
That's why I want it.
That would be.
I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting
a
it.
West Coast kind of finish.
Yeah.
Even worse,
It's
but
going to
even
be
closer.
It's going to be like as they called him up in the Gabba, Chocky Neal after the siren.
I'm going to go with Brisbane by 2 goals.
Oh,
12 points for their 12th flag. Part of Fitzroy as well, I guess. So.
Okay, yeah. I used to live in Fitzroy, so
Oh, there you go.
almost. No, it wasn't almost. But I used to live across the
luck to our,
road from the Fitzroy ground.
Good luck to all the Brisbane fans out there.
Good luck.
Josh Navalli. Josh Navalli, he'll
Trust
be.
Me, listen, I think you're a bunch of dogs too, right? I really, you're starting to give me the shits this week too. But anyway,
May the best team win.
And another thing, I've heard people say it's time to back the Victorian teams. Use a fucking mullet of the destiny. I'm telling you, there is something wrong with you, mate. I'm telling you.
The guy next to me, the Carlton supporter, you're going to get flogged by Collingwood next week. I can't wait. I said to him, are you for real? I'm like, are you normal or like you got shit for brains? And he's like to me, I can't stand Brisbane, so you want Collingwood to win.
Something's wrong, mate.
I think it must have been the 16 beers before half time.
Man. There's no way that I can ever. I'm telling you, the devil himself. It could be like the devil and Satan himself come up and go, if we win, we take over the world and we'll make everyone prisoners. I go, well, if that's the price I've got to pay for Collingwood to lose, that's the price I don't
care.
Society has to suffer now.
Bad luck.
Bad lucky.
Bad luck.
All right. Have we got any AFL? Did you want to talk about anything?
Oh, yeah, actually, I do want to talk about something. Go. AFL talk. That's Rocco's rant.
Is it?
No, up. Man,
Jesus Christ, man.
And to the... Oh, God, Rocco.
No, it's not there.
Down. I saw it. I just saw it. Go down. There you go. To the left. Down. 1. There you go. Thank you. Click it.
Where are you, man?
Click it.
Give me the shits now. Not even that.
Click it.
I can see it.
Thank you.
This is.
Now, I need to get it up properly. That's what she said.
You're a child. But I was a child.
Okay, now.
Ran out of juice.
No, got more.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hell, we're like
AFL talk.
We're drying out here.
We're parched, mate. We're parched. Now, AFL talk pertains to the North Melbourne Football Club.
Oh, I was going to say.
Told you.
Oh,
I told you there's AFL talk.
It's not Gummiseta, it's the opposite.
Yeah. So, North Melbourne has been granted 3 draft selections as part of its assistance package from the league, which was approved by the AFL Commission on Monday. The Roos application for assistance came after another season in the bottom 2 on the ladder, with the club winning 12 of its past 84 games. The AFL has given the Kangaroos 3 first-round picks over 2 years to help build their draft hand. This year's pick will come at the end of the first round, while next year's 2 picks will also be placed at the end of the first round. The 2024 picks are subject to review next year. North Melbourne has also retained its 2 extra rookie list spots, which came as part of last year's package.
Bloody hell.
It's Gummy set to the league, not for them.
So, in other words, let's reward incompetence.
Another handout.
Let's reward poor club culture. Yeah. Let's reward a club that is just in the doldrums. And I understand that you don't want your clubs to fold and all that, but it's more to it than just. So, how did Geelong do it every year?
Exactly right.
Where's it for West Coast? I know they've won one, but come on, they've been horrid.
I don't get it. No, that's way too much.
That's bullshit.
North Melbourne were competing in finals 6, 7, 8 years ago, and got to prelims and were a decent team.
Yeah, they got to 2.
Just couldn't go all the way.
Got to 2 prelims. Yep. Yeah, no, I heard that today. You told me that today.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Are they really going that badly that they need that type of assistance?
I mean, this year...
I think there needs to be way more than draft picks going on at that club. You know, and that's just going to dilute the pool even more. So, anyway, look, it's more just...
And Carlton proved that you just can't get number one draft picks and think you're going to fix everything.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
What I mean? And it might even give you a quick...
boost.
A quick boost, but you know it's not going to be. And we found that out, and then it's been like the last few years where we're starting to go, you know what, we got to do a lot more.
Say what happens if they get these draftees in, and half of them want to walk out?
Right.
What are they going to do?
Ask for more handouts?
Well, look at Ben Mackay's one, for example.
And they're going to get compensation for him too.
Compensation for him, and he's shit anyway.
I think he's not a bad footballer, but anyway.
He can go to... Where's he going? To
Essendon.
Merda.
So anyway, make of that what you will. That's AFL talk. People have got opinions on it either way. You know, North have been horrible, obviously, for the last 2-3 seasons, but I don't think they've been as bad at basket cases.
I'm telling you, people might not think that's a lot, but 3 first rounders, even at pick like 1920, they're good picks, man.
They're not shit.
They're bloody good picks, man, and you're getting 3 of them, man. I'd love to have 3 fucking first round draft picks this year, man. I'd love to have an 18, 19 bloody draft pick, man. Usually your top 20.
So what are West Coast going to say if they win one game again next year?
And they've only won a grand final.
We've won 3 games in 40 matches. We won a grand final in 2018.
That's right. See, just because a club goes down and doesn't mean now all of a sudden that they got to get compensated.
Yeah, more factors in it.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible, though.
Poor by the AFL.
Well, they've been poor They've been poor a few times. Can I bring up something else?
You can.
Ticketing.
Yeah.
Man, it's just getting worse.
It's actually
and
a
I know
disaster.
it's Collingwood, so stuff yous. I hope.
No, it's ridiculous.
But the way and you said to me last year it was only a Carlton thing about this, about the way they were doing the tickets. That Collingwood are different. Did you say that to me? So they're all the same the way they allocate the
P1,
tickets.
P2, P3.
They're all the same, don't they?
Priority 1, Priority 2, Priority 3.
Right, so they're copping it now, and we would have been, if it was us, we would have been copping the same thing this week. Now, I heard people say, and, you know, they were Priority 1, they got standing room, and then Priority 2 got seating on the wing, you know?
Well, there
what was going on here?
Well, the ballot, you had either the choice of reserve seating with standing room or standing room or just reserve seat.
And you know what, when I went into the ballot, I put both.
I put with reserve seat. With standing room, sorry.
Just in case.
Yeah, that's just in case.
Right, just in case, because I wanted as many options as possible. But in saying that,
for me,
I want the seat
obviously
first before he gets a seat.
But for me, I wouldn't give a shit. I'm there.
I understand.
But I know where people are coming from. I know exactly.
You know what you're getting?
Yeah.
You'll get someone like Manny going to the grand final. I'm telling you. You get someone like Manny on and then you'll get those Vecchias that were on TV there, those Collingwood supporters. They deserve to be punished because they're Collingwood, but it doesn't matter. They said they've been members for fucking 50 years and they got standing restricted viewing. What's standing restricted viewing? That's outside. When you look through the gap.
Standing in front of a bollard.
You know, like, are you serious? And then someone like Manny, for example, doesn't go to any games.
Fraudulent.
Gets a ticket. Fraudulent. Like, it's not fair.
No.
Supporters, members should be rewarded.
Yep, 100%.
I don't understand. There must be something that... Priority 1 access. 17,000 tickets available.
Yes.
Right? Let's minimise the corporate access, right? So let's make it 25. Let's make it 25,000 for one team, 25,000 for another team. 50% fans, 50% whatever else. Right? Whatever. Because the stadium fits, 100?
It should be.
Okay. Right. I get
25.
corporate interests have to be looked after because they fund the game. Okay, whatever.
No, fuck.
I understand it. That's society. Whether you agree with it or disagree with it, it doesn't make a difference. That's just how it is, right?
It's like complaining about ads. Ads pay for a lot of
exactly,
stuff.
and it's going to flip back one way, and then it's going to flip back the other way. This is society. It's always going to go from left to right. The scales will always balance out, right? I don't understand. How hard is it? Priority 1 members. You get first crack at all of them.
That's right.
If you are Priority 1 member, your barcode, if you're putting multiple barcodes with others, you can't put a priority 2 or a priority 3.
And that was the case.
It's all got to be priority 1.
And that was the case.
The barcodes have to all be priority 1.
Cool, but people doing that.
That's it.
You can do that.
Priority 2 is priority 1.
Not in the grand final.
In the finals.
In the finals, you could mix up like as long as there was no priority 1, priority
There was
3.
no priority. So, now for the grand final, priority 1. They get first crack at the 17,000 seats.
Yeah.
If there are any left over,
We go to priority
after
2.
a certain period of time, or after all priority 1 members have accessed and there's still some left over, then it goes to priority 2.
Yeah.
If there's still some left over after that, after a certain time period, then it goes to priority 3.
Yep.
Correct.
That's
Simple.
it. And how hard is it that as soon as you put your barcode in, as soon as you say access the tickets, as soon as you get it, the money comes out of your account like a normal fucking transaction.
You're done.
Not 1, 2, 3, 7 days later.
Yeah.
Comes out of the account.
It's not that
Done.
hard. I don't understand why they're making it so hard. If you're priority
How is it really that hard?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Like we all priority 1, right? We've all got a certain level of membership, right? As I said, I don't want to be special in any way.
No.
But when it comes to finals,
You
I
pay
want
for
to
a
be the first
reason.
one.
That's
why I'm
You
paying
pay
it.
for a
I've
reason.
sacrificed.
You know what I mean?
I have sacrificed extra money. I've sacrificed going out certain times to work more to make sure that my membership at a higher level is paid for, so the club get funds from me.
Yep.
They can use it on whatever they need to use it for, and in return for a
All I want-
transaction, I want a seat,
Yeah.
a nice seat.
Yep.
At a grand final as a reward for my loyalty
That's it.
and as a reward for me
100%.
sacrificing my own income to help the club.
100%.
I don't think that's unfair.
That is unfair. And I don't understand why this isn't fixed. Why isn't this why isn't this a priority? Full stop. This should be done. In finals, priority 1, I don't care. And also, priority 1, and I think it's 10-year members to become priority 1 too.
Nah.
It's a certain time period as well. So it's ridiculous that there are 20 plus. There's a gentleman, David, he rang up 3AW. He has been a Legends member of Collingwood since it started back in 1999.
Yep.
And he has not got a ticket.
Nah.
I think he got offered restricted standing group.
That's disgusting.
4 priority 1 Legends memberships. 4. And couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
Could not get anything.
That's ridiculous.
I don't understand how it fell to priority 2 at a certain time or priority 3.
You know what it is too? Because I was with Joe Adama. And what the thing.
Shout out, Joe.
Joe, when you put the ballot in, whatever, the card, this and that. I read it to him in the email. It says it will be directly billed straight out of the account. So if we had won, you would have got the text message. You would have got billed.
Right.
So if you didn't have enough money, and which a lot of people wouldn't have read the fine print in that email,
okay.
a lot of people wouldn't have read that fine print, and I wouldn't. I usually don't. I looked at it, and I showed Mars at the start of the week. I'm like, you're gonna need to have money, and if we make it, at least enough to cover 2 Category 1 membership.
Some people are just
2 Category 1 tickets.
So
you know what I mean? And that's how a lot of people. That's how I think a lot of Priority 1 members would have lost their tickets.
Yeah. So priority
The money would
1.
have been there.
The money bills bang, and then
So the card you used for the ballot was the card that would be used for the
tickets when they come out. And if you didn't have money,
not have enough money in there,
I saw that.
you miss out.
Yeah, and it goes to priority 2.
What? So this is what I don't understand, right? And someone needs to explain this to me. Forget the card system. What card you used on the ballot? Why can't they just use the same system that they had for the finals, but instead, at this time, if you are priority 1 member, you log into your account, you get generated your ticket with your barcodes. You've been given 4 tickets to category 1, 2, 3 or 4. Payment, you accept it, done. Payment on the screen, put the card in, you're finished.
But
there's your tickets.
You know what?
That's it.
You know what the other thing is too? If you read it when you guys were doing the ballot, I don't know if you did it or you would have done it. Did you read when it said priority 1 for Carlton? Priority 1 Captain's Club, Priority 1, Legends, and then add on this, add on that, add on this, add on that. How many things can you have? You have your 2 membership tiers. If you don't pay those normally, I think you don't get a Priority 1. But it had every add-on under the sun under it. So, I don't know. Make of it what you will. It's just bullshit.
The ticket tech system's a disaster.
It's a joke.
It's a disaster.
Whoever built that system,
it's a genuine disaster.
Should be lined up with a train.
And as I said, like with these tickets, with these games and that, I mean, they're important to people.
Well, people.
Some people, that's all they
live and breathe.
Man. And then they get to a grand final, and then you don't get to go because they've got a stuffer, man.
You know, if I didn't get a ticket, you know what I would have done? Would have gone on Facebook Marketplace, look for the security, and just try and slip my way in. I would have done it.
How ridiculous! I don't understand. How can you just have a system where, if you've been loyal, if you've sacrificed wages, if you've done this, and this for, your Priority 1 member, you should be given
100%.
100%,
man. As you said, man, we put in the money, we do extra work so we can pay. We make sure our memberships don't lapse. You know what I mean? We're always
even
there.
me, I want to upgrade next year. I want to upgrade to Legends.
I've actually put in for.
I've already put in. I'm putting in for a membership for my mum.
Yeah.
To have another seat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm actually doing an extra one too for my daughter. She doesn't know that, but now you do.
Yeah, she does.
If I get it.
So
so I'm trying to upgrade even into the next level. You know what I mean? I don't have to do it. That's at the end of the day, it's a lot of money.
Shit, yeah.
It's a lot of money.
You sacrifice. You work extra hours to sacrifice your wage to give it to the club that you love, and in return,
all I want is
when we go all the way,
I want a ticket.
I want to be there.
I want a ticket. That's it. I want a ticket. And then you know what? Because they've only got so many of those Priority 1 ticket memberships. Right?
Yeah.
There's only so many. It's not like they sell fucking 100,000.
Yeah.
They can't.
I wonder if they will ever
They've only got a certain amount.
Yeah.
No, but it is because Legends is capped.
Yeah, well, will they cap will it get to a point where it's like Captain's Club will be a wait list to get in there?
Well, it has to be because you've only get a certain
amount.
Yeah, you only get certain reserve seats.
I wonder how far off we are from that.
I don't reckon we're far off because it's already
Legends is capped.
Well, Legends is capped. He's already told me that they're going to ring me in November to let me know if there's room.
I got just the lady said January. Just make sure you pay your membership now. And then if you get it, they'll just pay that. You just pay that extra fee.
Yeah, if they'll let you know. So hopefully we get through it because I don't even know how much different it is.
I think it's like.
No. What do you get extra?
Oh, you get to sit on the level 2, do the bullshit in the whatever.
I don't think you get much more, but
functions and stuff, whatever.
All right,
just more money for the club.
And could I just one more thing on the AFL?
Yeah.
They picked the worst umpires to umpire these. I don't care what you say. I'm not saying now. It wouldn't have made a difference, maybe in either game, because I don't want to blame umpires for results. But for crying out loud, I have not seen that many mistakes in both games for both sides, except for Collingwood. I reckon they got a fair run, but the rest, GWS got absolutely reamed.
Yep.
We got reamed. Brisbane got reamed. There was a couple of
bad.
There was one Brisbane player. I can't remember who it was. He got his head ripped off in the foreline. Who was that?
I think it might have been Bailey. Yeah, Zach Bailey.
When they got away, I go, oh my God, mate, maybe this is our day because how did that was like the Toby Green one, you know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
Bloody McKay almost gets his bloody back. His back was like your back.
He almost had 2 blown out discs like me.
Right, and then you had bloody Kerno almost got his legs bloody ripped off.
That pissed me off, man.
And you know the Walsh's one, that should have been the double 50.
Yeah. And then Nick Newman.
Oh, how was that not it's double 50 every day of the week?
You've got to get out of the way. You've got to get out of the way. You can't run in the line direct to the goal. So if you take I'm going to explain to everyone. If you take a mark here and the goals are there, right, you have a right to run in a direct line to your 50.
Correct.
Without being obstructed.
If any opposition player gets in front of you in that line, right, you can't go like that and run into a player.
Correct.
You run direct. He was deliberately, and he fell over. So I don't get it. And if there's not they've got to look into this. Why that was really the worst umpiring I've seen over 2 games.
Even the Nick Newman when he got his head
that
hit,
had to be
and
stopped.
You see all this stuff, not bullshit. all this stuff about the head clashes and stuff like that, and they're playing the game on around him. And the ball was going on around them. They didn't stop the game.
I don't think Cox's a goal right there, but that had to be stopped there. These are little things, you know what I mean?
No,
and the other thing is, the bounce in the middle, stop it. It's done. It's done. I'm over it now. Too many times they fuck it up.
You go there, everywhere.
Too many times they stuff it up now. Throw it up. Come on.
Like basketball.
I'm telling you now, man, how many times? There would have been at least 3 or 4 times that the ball went over. That's already too many times.
And you know what that's going to stop? Free kicks.
Right.
Because you won't have a ruckman having to do that. Or they'll both go up, they'll go into each other.
4 times, 2 seconds each, 8 seconds.
It's a big, mate. I know.
8 seconds.
Could be the difference between winning and losing.
Taking a mark, mate. I'm telling you, like and the other time is sometimes they bounce the ball and it goes like on the bloody edge of the line, and they call play on because both run.
One's got enough quick enough.
But it's still not a fair advantage. You know? Like that's another thing. Get over it. Anyway. That's bloody disgrace. You know, he's not a disgrace.
Schnitz. Northlands.
They've been the best this year, man. Seriously,
they have been.
What a
provided us with the goods.
Got us with the goods.
Shout out to Gokhan and Mark.
Yes, Mark. Yeah. No, he's the assistant or general or second in charge.
Yep.
Wow. Let's do this.
Who's the Garden of Eden?
Who's the next one?
Who's the Garden of Eden?
The Garden of Eden. Walsh.
Has to be.
Walsh, because I went from Crips to the Aussie.
Had to be.
Garden.
Oh, but you did Walsh as the Aussie.
No,
he changed it to Cripper.
You were thinking ahead.
Yeah.
I reckon you were thinking ahead.
I didn't want to get the wrong.
Spice of Life.
Who was that?
Ooh.
This week.
Spice. Who gave us a little spice this week? You know what? Harry Mackay was.
Yeah, I like it. I was thinking that.
A little spice. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I love Harry. I love him.
What about this one here? This one's going to be difficult.
That is quite. Can you
Whatever
double up?
No double up.
You can't double up.
Status quo.
No, it's yours, so I'm not going to say anything.
Status quo. Who have I gone?
Who in the last 3?
Boyd, Newman, Cripps, Walsh, and Mackay.
Who in the last few weeks has just been just every week kind of giving you the same? He was injured during the year. He came in late. I don't want to give you any kind of he came in late, plays in the defence there.
I was thinking, no, you can give it to you.
It's up to you.
I know who you're thinking of.
You know what I mean?
I've gone completely blank here.
Really good player.
He marched his way into final.
Fucking shit.
Don't you reckon he's been a bit of the status quo lately? Yeah, comes in everywhere.
Like how I gave that one away.
But it's up to you. It's up to you.
No, you know what? You know what I'm going to give it to? Just one for the season. I know it's off. I'll give it to Vossi.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to give it to Vossi.
Oh, right. That's actually, we've never given it to the coach.
You know what? I'm going to give it to Vossi.
Michael Voss. Okay, there you go.
I like it.
I'm going to give it to Vossi.
I like that. There you go.
Marchbank gets missed there.
That's all right.
I love Marchbank. I got him on my jersey. I can't wear anymore to the footy.
No, you can't.
Or else my brother will hammer me.
What's wrong with you? You should have fucking 5 years ago. You should have bloody not been wearing it.
I don't wear it to the footy anymore.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Leaving me.
Adults that wear it, I just don't get it. You know who doesn't wear his jersey?
Who?
This bloke.
Ora questo video io non lo stacco completamente, tutto live. Tagliate che panuzzo di casa, che ho fatto.
This one's a bit of a long one, but
this is a mortadella.
E andiamo a tagliarlo. Guardate che bello morbido.
Guarda che bello, adesso donna sì, guarda che bello morbido. Soft, nice and soft.
Guardate che meraviglia. Olio, essa vergine di Olivia.
I want that little thing. I want that little bottle.
E che sei uno?
Questo è uno.
Poi ci andiamo a mettere.
You know who's got one of those bottles?
Dolcius Mundus.
Oh, does she? I love that one.
Roletta affumicata tagliata a fettini. Stasera mortadella.
Mortadella.
I love mortadella. Yeah, mate.
Vai.
2 e 3 alle 123. Come internazionale. ne mettiamo, non c'era una felluzza, mettiamocela. Meglio abbondare, meglio switchare che mancare.
And don't
Ecco,
forget,
pomodoro ricossa e la mamma ti va. Date che pomodoro rosso internazionale. Bene, arrivando a questo punto, domani te lo conto. Ci mettiamo. Ma proprio una pizzicatella di sale, proprio perché già la pizzatella è salata, picciotto va bene. Questo qua è rimasto. Lo mangiamo. E poi ci mettiamo una dichiare. Ragazzi, siamo pronti per la chiusura e il nostro panino è pronto.
oh, he's gonna cut it. I love it.
Adesso lo andiamo a tagliare. Sembra in diretta live. 1, 2, 3 alle 123. Com'è? Internazionale. 1, 2, 3 lupanino a me. Buona cena.
The heavy breathing too.
Cosa internazionale, ragazzi, anche per stasera. La cena è servita, vi auguro buona serata a tutti quanti voi. Com'è? Alla prossima. Ciao.
Alla prossima.
You can't beat him.
He
You
loves it.
cannot beat
He
him.
loves life, mate. You know,
cannot
look,
beat him.
he just makes the simple things in life seem so good, huh? Like just a normal sandwich.
Less is more.
I'd love to live with him.
Roger Mozzarella.
There you go.
Got to try and get him on the show next year.
That'd be
Fly
great.
him over.
Might have to do him like a. I know he
live stream.
collabed with us, but I'd like to get to do like a video just for us or something.
We'll do something.
Buona serata a tutti quanti voi a Jump a Punch.
I wonder if he's got any form of family that are here in
I don't
Australia.
know. I'm sure you'd have to.
Surely.
Maybe.
Wait, you can message him.
Oh, we can message him, man.
Yeah,
We can
I reckon
directly
you
message him.
You got to see. You got to find out.
I should do it now. Actually.
Imagine you find out and he's one from Coburg and knows
Get his
none.
address because we'll send him out some. No, we're gonna send him out some merch.
merch.
Send
Imagine
him out a
that.
jersey. Or maybe not a jersey.
The jumper
The
punch.
jumper punch stuff. Imagine wearing a Carlton jersey.
So brought to you by North Seafood Bar and Grill, and
Christu.
he was up at the game.
He was.
Kuda was there too. I mean, Fev was there. Juddy was there. Had a
Kuda
chat
was
with-
there as well.
Yeah,
Had a chat with Juddy after the game.
Kuda, I saw he was in front of a bloody jet.
Private jet. Mate, what's going on there, Kuda? Right.
Bloody hell.
Wow, out.
I like it.
Right, catch up.
This week, we have someone special. Mr. Brett Radden.
Yep.
Thanks to again, Mr. Vince
Vince for
Lachasano.
organising it.
We went down there. We actually first had breakfast with him, which was an honour just to.
Wow,
I know.
that's crazy.
Sit in his company.
I know. You know when he goes, "Hello, Rocco." He knows my name. That's Brett Radden. What a star, man! I'm telling you. Let's have a look at some highlights here. If I can find them. Where is it? Here.
There you go.
All right, let's have a look. Let's go.
Rats.
His right foot couldn't do so. A little chip shot down towards Pearce, who takes the mark. Kick across his body, Ratton the target, and marks.
Yeah.
So Brett
Very
Ratton,
young Renbro.
75 games under his belt, goes at goal and kicks it.
Yep.
From behind. Ball spills now for Ratton. He's got to kick this. He just got his foot to it. It is a goal.
Him and Rattles.
Second goal kicked by 2.5 minutes.
How's the ball? The challenge bank ball.
Yeah, nice.
tech.
Oh, look at the ball drop. That is beautiful.
As the ball falls back again to Ratton. Ratton sets up Canberra out wide.
Yeah, that would have been 95.
Jumper.
Good
Oh.
hands. Ratton.
Oh, Rats, kick a goal, son. Go all the way.
Canberra. Ratton could kick this. No,
Oh,
goes
it's
to
great
Kernahan.
vision.
Kernahan in trouble. Off the ground by Madden towards half forward. Ratton's got the run of it now. 55 metres out from goal. That's a magnificent kick by Ratton. It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Oh, terrific kick.
going for 12 months. White tumbles the ball forward. Chance for the Blues.
1999 this is.
Pounce on it and kicks a goal.
Look at the sponsor board.
He's doing the job well. Ratton, they share it around. Tony Burke kicks the ball.
Tony Burke.
Lappin got it to Bradley. And the real pro will cost him a goal as Ratton chips into the path of
kick a
Whitley,
goal,
lets it
Ratton
carry
does.
through.
Someone was over the bench, over the advertising bird. Yeah. Look at this. Is that the prelim?
That's a play.
Yeah.
Up to half forward.
A mud pit. Oh, how good does the ground look? How good does it look? How good does it look? Beautiful. Everything's perfect there. Look at that.
Comes to Ratton. Can he get 3 1/4? Yes!
There's a kick 6 in this game.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be the case.
Oh, the
Unless you've got
jackets.
22 out there, but
Look at Madden.
certainly coming out.
Golden sword and wealth for toy. Our home
Look at this
is
team,
girt
mate.
by sea.
Here he is. Look at the man.
Our land of
This game. Let's see what they can do from the centre. Carlton rip it away down towards half forward, and they keep it in play for Carlton. Ratton's a chance, and he's inside 50. He snaps. He tries to.
Oh, look at this celebration. Look at his best mate. Him and Doggy are best mates.
Andy, well, Captain Kernahan, congratulations. What a fantastic season it's been for the Blues.
Yeah, it was. We signed with one of the really good
Sticks. Yeah, well, there is Stick.
We're almost there, fellas.
Next year.
And yes, sir, Bob Davis.
Yeah, Bobby Davis.
Number 11, Earl Spalding.
Errol Spalding.
Well done, Rats.
Rats,
On your Rats.
250, 90 to 03, so that's what, 14 years. 255 games, 117 goals, of course, premiership player in 95.
A loyal servant.
Yes.
Of Cub.
02 and 03 was captain, best and fairest in 95.
the big
97
one.
and 0.
Yeah, best and fairest in a premiership season.
Carlton Hall of Fame, All-Australian in 2001. He was Carlton coach from round 17, 07 to round 23 in 12. 120 games. St Kilda coach for 68 games. North Melbourne coach for 10 games. 198 games total coaching.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much has done everything. It was a great interview. He says, he was saying a great thing. One thing that he said was in 95 about how some of the leaders, and Williams was one who, and I asked him, I said, you're 95, bloody best and fairest winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's huge. And that's when we had Bradley,
Sticks,
Williams. All in the middle, you know what I mean? And he went to the middle and he really started dominating the middle, you know what I mean? And he goes, that was because of Williams, who kind of understood that it was time for him
to just
step aside a little bit
and play another role and get the other people, like Rats and that, to start taking responsibility and take ownership. And that's what elevated his game, you know what I mean? And I thought that was great by Williams. It was great by him, and this is what we have to start doing
Crips.
too.
All that.
We maybe have to start like trusting, and he used that word a lot, trust. You know, like your players need trust, you know what I mean? They need to trust each other, you know what I mean? You know, trust in what the other people are doing, trust them in, and he also said that about his coaching. It's very difficult, a coach, was when he started it was almost just him, and then it started slowly where, you know, you started getting more and more assistant coaches, you know, and it's very hard, because that's what happened in 95 with Parkins. He started trusting the players on the field, and as a coach, trusting your assistants to do their job and not worry about it, in a sense, not worry about it.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
of course.
Was very important, you know. So anyway, so it was a great interview. It goes 2 parts. This is the first part, so let's have a look.
I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery. I will fight, never weary. I wanna be legendary. Till I'm dead and buried deep within a cemetery. I will fight, never weary. I wanna be legendary. I wanna be legendary. place, that's alright. I don't work at a fast pace. I'm a steady horse creeping up straight past it. And once I pass you, no one's getting past me. I see.
And here we have him, Brett Ratton. How are you, mate?
How are you, buddy?
Good, mate.
Brett,
Vince,
how are you, mate? It's great to see you. It is an honour for us to have you as our grand final guest.
Yes.
This is the big one.
We're coming up to grand final, yes.
It's Carlton, isn't it?
Carlton's playing Collingwood.
Carlton's playing Collingwood.
I'm predicting it early.
We're all waiting for that. We don't care if it's against GWS. We just want Carlton in the grand final.
Oh, yeah.
Very true. It's great to have you back in some way in the Carlton fold. It's been an interesting few years for you in the coaching scene.
Yeah, it has. I think life throws challenges, and when you put yourself in a spot to be the coach, you get a lot of scrutiny, and your role to be the leader of the team and guiding the team, and the more I've looked at it, over time, and you reflect a bit, and I never forget when Neil Craig he got the sack at Adelaide, and I was coaching the Blues, and I caught up with him just to see how he was, as sort of that inner sanctum with coaches. You started to get close, and I caught up with him, and just we had a cup of tea and talking away, and he just said, I don't think it's a one-man job anymore. And I said, yeah, I'm only a young coach, but it feels that way. And that was back in 2010.
Yeah. Was it a one-man when you first started?
Not really. Well, yes and no. I think the bit you see people around you is so critical, because if you try and do everything, you do nothing. You become a jack of all trades. But
the days of just having that one singular coach that just controls and runs everything is all over.
That's right.
It's been over for a while.
And through David's time, Parko, and before '95, there was probably the part-time element, and players were coming and going. They weren't at the club all the time. Where now it's the players want to touch the coach and have contact hours with him. So that creates difficulties because you've got other responsibilities. But it's taught me a lot about life.
24 hours before,
and then come back and train. But
he brought up a lot of players that you ended up playing senior football with, and some even a premiership with.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in that late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, Ange and as we're
Ange and here we are at North Seafood Bar and Grill.
On cue, you blokes. You'll love that.
Ching ching.
But so we did that for a few years, and even when we went home, we'd all catch cabs, and there'd be the Northern boys going over there. Cooter and Ange would be catching their cabs, and there'd be me and Fraser was sort of up in the reserves end, but we met. That's how we met.
Right, you and Fraser, who are good mates still today. Fraser Brown.
Right. Yeah, so I'd jump on the train at Lewdale. He went to Yarra Valley. His mum and dad had a bit more money than mine, so he went to Yarra Valley. So at Ringwood, he'd jump on, and then we'd go into the club, and away we went, and come home together in the cabs, and he taught me a lot of things, Fraser, not just around the footy field. How to run out of Flinders Street onto Alexander Parade, jump on the tram without paying. And
enough to get back into
the and I've always said this to players. I think for me, there's a few lessons I got along the way. The '93 grand final was one, about making sure you contribute for every minute of every game, and then the other one was, how do I get something out of this 16-week block when I'm not playing?
Yeah.
And what I did do is I became a student of the game. So I'd stay at the Carlton games for a bit.
Yep.
Carlton would be up by 30 odd points. I'd try and go to another game, even if I got to watch a half of somebody else, and then just look at other players. And I became a student of the game, and that allowed me to be more advanced in when I came back about what this bloke does when we play Melbourne or Sydney or whoever it was. You got to really analyse what they did as a midfield group. So
that is good.
That sort of gave me a little bit more knowledge of the opposition, but also allowed me to keep growing as a player, even though I was just sitting in the stand. Well, Anthony Stewart came in, which is a sports psychologist, and he spoke about ownership and empowerment. And it was a model that he'd seen overseas and things like that. And he really got the group in to say, you've got the oldest group in the AFL, one of the oldest groups. Why not empower these blokes who are, understand the game, work with you closer, and we really got to work with that. And that was Kernahan and those blokes. And then the group grew a little bit more, and I was lucky enough to be brought into that as well.
Yeah. You're one of the real younger ones in that group, weren't you?
Yeah, I think, but the group sort of started off, I think, about 8 and ended up at about 15. So it was
there were so many leaders, but there were so many great players with really good leadership qualities in that 95 Premiership team. I mean, if you look at the back line alone, you've got Silvani and Dean and Sexton and McKay and...
Yeah, I think you're right, but what I do believe is bringing more into that group gave everybody a sense of purpose. Valued, respected by others. And then that's what creates the deeper drive, commitment, and the bonds that got created from it.
It's a challenge, isn't it?
The more you can get in on the boat, on the bus or the boat, whatever analogy you want to use, but that's the part.
Could you sense? Love that. I was locked in on every word.
What a man.
You were the same when you were there, huh?
Yeah, I was just watching it again, and I was there, and there's so much more he says. You know what I mean? So we only got a few clips.
So how long did you go for?
Nearly 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's going to go over 2 parts. So we'll do the first half tomorrow. He's the way he talks about coaching and the way he brings in the players, and I said that about like Williams taking a different role and making other.
Got to be selfless. You have to sacrifice certain things.
And the other one he said there that you've all heard was every minute of every game you
contribute.
That's what Anne said, remember?
Yeah.
You've only got the ball for 2 seconds at any given time.
And maybe now, we just played a game, right? And, if I was there now, if Rats was there, he'd probably say, so tell me something, and I want everyone to answer this
honestly
and on your own. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah.
But were you involved every minute in
every moment?
Every moment of that game, and
were you fully engaged?
And be honest with yourself. Yeah. And I suppose a lot of them probably would say no.
It's not a bad thing.
No. But that's what I'm saying. But to get there, you have to be.
It's the best thing to honour that you may not have been.
It's the only way you learn, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
It's interesting, isn't it?
And again, when they won that premiership, remember they in a way failed in 93, 94. You know what I mean? They learnt these lessons.
Yeah.
By the time they got to 95...
They were primed and ready.
100%, yeah.
It's interesting. I think in a way if you can get to a point where your star players are selfless enough to maybe take it, not a backward seat, but to say, what can I do? And everybody has to come up with the same mindset of, what can I do that is going to make this team better?
100%.
So some have to take that backward step.
Yep. Is it becoming a better individual player? And is it also becoming, how do I become a better team player?
100%.
Bring everyone else into it.
Because he actually, I don't know if he said this on camera or off camera, I can't remember, but about Williams again, he was instrumental in this whole thing. So Williams could have easily won another Brownlow that year, maybe.
Yep.
Stay in the middle, get 1,000 possessions.
Yeah.
But he played more of a forward role. He kicked a lot of goals that year.
He had 5 in the grand final, had 30 touches.
But in reality, I guarantee, but don't get me wrong, Williams went through the middle a lot.
Yeah, of course.
But he gave, but because of that, the team was a much better team, because then Rats lifted to that next level. As I said, he won best and fairest. Like, how good was he? Bradley was playing middle, but he was also playing a lot from the back. You know what I mean? He'd be running the ball along the wing and the thing back. So everyone played this kind of selfless role, and again, there's lessons to be learnt now from our team doing that. What can each player do, like you said, to make this team better now? And if it means you take a backward step,
so be it.
You might have to take a backward step. So. No, look, it was a fascinating interview, man. I really, as much as I admired the man before, I admire him a lot more now after speaking to him.
Can't wait to watch it when it comes out.
It's really good.
I'm telling you. Been through a lot too, man. It's been through a lot.
And, and the other thing is, and to tell you the truth, look, we don't go into his tragedies and that, and we don't even really go into, we actually said that there might be a part 3 and 4, because there's already a part 2 now. Might be a part 3 and 4, because there's so much more he can talk about. Story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the man always did everything. Like even we actually, I think this might be in part 2, we actually talk about when he got the sack and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the bloke left with dignity. The way he
he did. No, he did.
100%, mate.
He didn't slander the club one bit, and never has.
No. Coached the last game.
Never has.
Right? Coached the last game after he'd been sacked.
Yep.
Did the St Kilda game.
Yes, I remember. I know we lost that game.
Yeah, and we lost that game.
Yeah.
And then did a press conference.
Yep.
An exiting press conference.
Yep.
And even to this day, he says, he doesn't say anything bad about it. He goes, you know, I understand things have to be done, mate.
He left with his head held high.
That's the way he played. No, great man. I really, really enjoyed that. All right. All right, let's do this one. We finished with that?
Yep.
All right, let's do this one.
Oh my God. 3, 2, 1.
Rocco's Ranch!
Oh, that really took a bit out of me, that.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
All right, this is brought to you by Top Dog Liquor.
Are you going to send a few punches?
I'm going to send a few punches. This goes, right, to the security guards at Princess Park.
Oh my God, here we go. 2 weeks. What's happened now? Here we go.
Bunch of cocks. I'm telling you. They are a bunch of dickheads, mate. I'm telling you, a lot of these people, these security guards, you put a badge on them and all of a sudden, they run the world.
King of the castle. King of the castle.
Yeah, King of the castle. There was a little bit of the King of the castle.
I have a chair.
It was a bit like that. So at the end, right, we finished. So we're waiting just inside the gate, inside the ground, right?
Right.
And we see Vince and that, so we're talking and that. And I had my daughter, my son, and I also had my kid's mum, my ex there too, right?
Yes.
So we're all there. And she said, I'm going to go to the toilet, all right, before we go. I said, all right, go. So we're talking. They come out and they go, all right, you got to leave. And I go, mate, we're just waiting for somebody. No, you got to leave. I said, mate, I'm not leaving. I'm waiting for someone right here, right? She just gone to the toilet. I'm waiting here, right? No, you got to leave. He starts yelling. So then I cracked it. Because I'm already like nervous that we just lost off. Like read the room, mate.
Yeah.
Read, and it's not like we're the only person.
They can't read the room.
No, it's people everywhere.
There was people still everywhere. Yeah. I go, mate, take it easy. She doesn't know where we are. You can wait outside. I said, I can't wait outside. Look, you don't even know if I'm waiting for a child here.
Exactly.
Like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to go outside and the person gets lost. What if I'm waiting for an old person?
Yeah.
Right? I'm waiting here. I'm not moving until the person comes back and then we can all leave outside. You know what I mean? And that's when he kind of like, backed off a bit and that. And then what's wrong with you people, mate? Like, what's wrong with you people? I know you're trying to clear out the stadium. You know what I mean? So I just cracked it, man. And this happened. I can't remember if you were with us. I don't know where it was. It might have been with the kids. It was another game. Same thing. We won a big game.
Oh, yeah, after the Sydney game.
We were there celebrating.
We were sitting there, yeah.
Everyone's waiting there. There's still like thousands of people.
Yeah.
You got to leave. Oh, that's right.
The Sydney game.
You got to leave.
Shut up. And Marcello gave it to you.
We're all singing, right? I think the players are still on the ground, maybe. I don't know, you know. You got to leave. We go, mate, we just like celebrate. No, you got to go. And I just said, fuck off, mate. Piss off. Man, we're going nowhere,
They don't understand in-game. They don't understand post-game.
They're just making it worse for you. And you can see they don't understand the game. Like, as I said, if we're the last people standing in the middle of the ground, you go, oh, mate, you can't be here, right? Yeah. There were still like hundreds of people around us. And I'm telling you the reason I'm standing here. And they was the same that day, man. We just had like the biggest win in 20 years for us. We're standing here celebrating and you're telling me to leave. And they're pushing you.
I know. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I've got a lot of things to say about that, but
what can
they're
you say?
best for off mic.
No, well, we won't say any more about that. We did say a few things.
Good rant. Good rant.
No, well, stuff them, man. I'm telling you, man. Just read the room, man. Just take it easy with these security guards, man. They're just, as I said...
We got no clue sometimes, honestly.
Huh?
They got no clue sometimes.
Anyway, there he goes. All right! What do we got here?
Yep. Get it out. Get your bananas out. Get your bananas out. raving, raving over banana of the week. So.
Take this shot.
Oh, let's do
All
it.
right,
Banana.
flop your bananas out, everyone. Flop your bananas out for
Take out your
banana of the
banana.
week.
You should take out your banana at least once a week.
Hold your banana like Rocco's holding
it once a week.
You got to hold it at least once a week.
And
Me, I hold it 3 times a week.
Yeah, bananas are good for you.
Yep.
I love it. You
can't find one.
Yeah.
You don't like bananas, but
You
like
only hold it once a week. Those are rookie numbers.
Brought to you by Marino Brothers.
Yep. Spend $60 or more, and before 12.
Yeah.
And getting their free next day delivery.
There you go. Before midnight, that's the one.
I like it. All right, what are we going to do? All right, I'll go first.
Yeah, go.
So, 3/4 time supporters started leaving.
Where? No, they did not. At Princess Park?
Yeah. And
well,
as I walk past and where you going, they said, we've got somewhere to go. I go, all right. Now, maybe they did. There was a whole group of them. But then there was like, again, 5 or 6 minutes to go. People started walking.
Nah, I don't like it.
Sorry, you just have to call to it. I don't believe it. I can't believe that the last game they all walked out. Now, to everyone that stayed, right, which was 80% of people.
Maybe even more.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
And clapped them off. Bravo. Bravo.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. But the ones who left, mate, seriously, what is wrong with you people, mate? They're doing it again, man. Well, where are you going? Did you notice something?
What?
They all had to go to work the next day.
I was going to say, was that...
no.
Everyone had to walk their dog.
They all had dogs.
Yep. Had to be up early.
They had to be up early. Kids had to go Greek school the next day.
All of a sudden, Sunday, they had to go to church.
They had to go to church.
Yep.
Yeah, all of a sudden. Even though the game, like started at 5. So it was only 8 o'clock.
Yeah, of course, of
So
course.
to leave
Yeah,
early.
no.
So to all you people, and you know who you are, and you probably some of you are watching, yous are bananas, mate. Yous are actually embarrassing that yous all walked out like that.
Well, mine is the same as you, but
Yeah,
I also got a little extra one
you're
as well
filthy,
from today. But yeah, the people at the ground at the Gabba leaving early, you're a fucking disgrace.
So there was a whole bunch leaving early.
Yeah, and I gave it to them too.
Yeah.
And you know what the thing that they all was a group of, what they said to me, we've got a flight to catch, and I said to him, so if we won, you wouldn't better fucking fly.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like to me, and I'm like, you know what? And then I think we were coming in and then forward, and then they stopped. I'm like, keep fucking walking. I said to him, keep fucking walking. I'm like, you already made your bed now, lying there. And then today, the parking inspector tried to book me as I'm coming out of the...
Parking inspectors have got 2 or 3 weeks.
out of the Errol Street post office. So for you, mate, go shove your...
Did he book you?
Nah, because I ran to the car and told him to shove his machine up his ass. So to him, there you go. Have that one.
Mine, you kind of stole my thunder a bit before, but doesn't matter. I'll bring the thunder back. The umpiring in the GWS Collingwood game.
Bad.
The whistles disappeared in the last quarter. Did you know the whistles disappeared in the last quarter?
It was really bad.
There were no whistles in the last quarter.
Wasn't there?
No.
Do you have a neck?
No, there were.
All right.
Dude, you got one. Yeah, you got one. Oh,
Yeah,
Toby Green's got one.
Toby
You must
Green,
have one. Yeah.
So, Green's high free kick. Okay, and then the last quarter, Jordan De Goey was tackled and he held the ball and dropped it.
Yes.
He had it on the ground. And the umpire was looking right at it.
No.
And he dragged it in, did he not?
No. He had the ball. He got tackled. And he held the ball up. And as he got tackled, he fell to the ground with the ball in his hand. And the ball touched the deck.
Yep.
While he had it in his hands. That's gone.
That's
Yeah, it is.
That is gone. Gone. See you later.
In any other game, that would have been.
See you later.
100%.
Connor Iden taken high.
Yeah.
Didn't get paid. Tom Green tripped
Yeah.
right in front of the umpire.
Yeah.
Didn't get paid.
No.
Absolutely ridiculous
It is
decisions.
ridiculous. And it's not because it's like Collingwood or anything. I'm telling you, the umpiring. I've
They
said it
were
before,
horrible.
in both games.
Absolutely horrible.
In both games, man.
Horrible.
You talk about pressure.
Absolutely
Like,
terrible.
For players, what's going on,
You
mate?
know what? He didn't umpire on the weekend, but Ray Chamberlain, he would have called him. I'm telling you, he would have called him.
Mate, that the umpires put the whistles away in that last quarter against the Giants Pies game, and I understand that you want to keep play flowing, and the little tiny little free kicks where a player
They're
might
not tiny, though.
just flick someone there, let it go.
Yeah.
When they're
Getting close.
blatantly obvious.
But they're there to They're there to give those. They're the ones you got to give.
Whether you're scared to pay them or not, you got to pay them.
100%.
You've got 400
So where's
umpires
the
in
accountability then? What happens?
No, well, none. This is the problem.
They don't get given the. They don't get given.
Say nothing.
field.
All right, so I've got one more. This is called banana of the game.
Banana of the game. Ooh, okay.
Oh, we saw those.
No. Where was that? Princess Park.
Princess Park.
He didn't, did he? I saw a few of them at the gather.
And guy pointing at him.
I told him.
Did you have to take it off?
Him and I said to him, "Go take a photo," and he smiled. I go, "I do a show, and you're my banana of the week." So what are you doing, mate? Not only you're an adult and you're wearing a jumper. Second of all, you're in a Collingwood jumper at a Carlton, like Princess Park at our game. I said, "Get out of here, mate. What are you doing? Piss off, you know." And he just like laughed and smiled. I go, "What's wrong with you, mate? Are you serious? You're gonna start a ride here, man. Get out of here, mate. Wear your bloody jumper." So that's a big banana. So if you're watching or anyone there's watching and that, can you just pass that on to him?
Would have threw lighter fluid.
Well, you gave it to him there.
Yeah, that was probably
too far.
No. That was probably no regrets. I saw him come on one of the shows yesterday, actually on Thing, and start to troll. Be careful, because I'm warning you.
You got the EC2 tracking.
I'm telling you, man, because you're a dweeb anyway, right? You're a dweeb, mate, because what you did was you'd only come on when you win. When you lost, you never come on, and now you've come back on and you're trying to troll the live chat.
Just the dead shit.
And when we beat you, right, I told you to meet me after the game and you didn't because you're a dweeb, right? Now you're going to come on. I dare you to come on Wednesday. I want you to show your name.
Be careful. Just a talk.
Alright, so we go from there and we go to here. This is becoming a new favourite.
Oh, yes, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yappa 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 Nicola. Yappa yappa Nicola. Play it again, please.
Alright, let's do it again.
One more time.
1, 2, 3. Yappa 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 Nicola. Yappa 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 Nicola. Butchie of the week.
I love it, man.
Proudly brought to you by unofficially Butchie Chocolates.
I'm telling you, we give more fucking
free sponsorship
free
shout
to a
outs.
place that doesn't even know we exist.
Yes.
But
Maybe we should get into contact with them.
we will.
No doubt they'd give us some
I'm telling you. Hey, if anyone out there knows someone from Butchie or someone, get in contact.
Let us know.
Let us know, and we got to send you the guest.
Yeah.
Get the big one.
Get the big one and take a chocolate.
And take a new chocolate. New chocolate.
Thank you very much.
And new chocolate.
All right, now are we doing the chocolates first or do we do the Butchie of the week?
I reckon we do the Butchie first.
Okay, let's do the Butchie of the week first. All right, here we go.
You don't know ideas.
No, we got no idea. Drum roll, please. What do we got?
Carlton.
Hey!
I thought we'd give it to
the whole
They deserve Butchie, mate. For what
well played, Rocco. Well played.
So. I think they
on your lads.
Yep.
I like it. All right, now.
Let's open up. Let's see what proverbs and sayings we've got.
I love it. Cooter's been agreeing the whole time.
He has, hasn't he? All right. Michael, you can go first, given you're the guest. I'm going to scoff this down.
Can't even open it. I'm in pain, man. My back's killing me.
Open it with your fingers.
I'm trying it here. No.
He's just going to rip it.
Yep.
Oh, Mars is having a bloody hernia there. You just saw you rip that bit of hay anyway.
All right, here we go.
I think I've got a big one here. From the stuff.
What do you got?
Ready? From Khalil Gibran.
Rightio.
Oh, yeah. I studied that bloke.
Friendship is always a sweet responsibility, never an opportunity.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Nice, okay.
Can I keep it with me?
You can keep it with you.
Eat it.
What do you got?
You want me to do it?
Here we go. Look.
Okay.
Where the fuck's this one? Oh, Wolfgang again.
Wolfgang? Is it the same one?
I don't know, but it's Wolfgang again. Goatee.
Yeah.
T. That's his name. Yeah. All right, let me have a look. It is.
It's the same one.
Even the stones. What is it? Even the stones placed in one's path can be made into something beautiful.
I got the same one too. This one's from Edmund Rostand. I think we got this one. Or maybe I've just had so many butchie that I remember getting this one. What is a kiss? An exclamation after the words, I love you.
Ah.
So,
all right,
I love you.
With a kiss.
That's the exclamation mark.
No, I don't think we've heard that one.
No, haven't we? Okay, maybe I've just read that one before. There you go.
I like it.
So, butchie of the week, Carlton.
It's when you know you've had too many butchies.
Yeah, I know.
Not in this house. Just going to a little cupboard in the back. What are you doing?
The one that no one knows about. There you go. Okay.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Leaving here.
All right.
How good's the song for Budgie of the
That's
Week?
better,
I'm into it.
That's really pumped me up, man. All right, let's do this.
Yep.
Where are we?
Let's go.
This one?
Yep. Let's bring it home, baby.
Ma di che cazzo stai a parlare a te?
Let's bring it home, baby.
Che bello. Ma che cazzo sta a fare? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo sono?
Ma che cazzo! Ma che cazzo!
I love it. All right, let's do this. This will bring it home. This will bring it home. All right. You know.
Leaving here.
The food at the footy, man.
Can't do it.
Transition into Makekata. You know.
You know some of the things. Things they pop up in my dreams. And say, right! I swear to God. I swear.
I've had people scream that out to me. And they go, all right. All right. Listen, not the footy, man. Seriously, the food. It's a bloody disgrace.
Scupper.
It's scupper, man.
Yeah, I mean.
The price you pay.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to bring your own food. This bloke's got his own idea.
Yeah.
All I call this one is there's nothing like a big salami.
All right, okay. Man alive.
How good's that, man? The big salami.
How do you had that far out? How do you get that through security?
That's Argitor 101.
That's huge. Hey, like in sport and in life,
yes,
always keep your eye on the ball.
Okay. Oh, the balls. Okay, right, all right. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What are you doing?
The old agates.
You know,
Oh, dearie me.
The Outcry All Jays.
Oh, God.
a dog. Just like looking like, all right, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know I can rip your head up. Do not do that. Do you see many dogs with balls? I don't see many.
Like that?
Yeah, mine do.
Like,
mine will do.
Yours do.
Mine will do. I don't de-sex my
You don't
dogs.
see many. You don't see many.
You should say Kenji.
No, you don't see many anymore.
Yeah, no, but you should say Kenji.
You know what else you don't see a lot of?
What?
Do you ever see, like, you know, shit in the grass that's white?
Shit in the grass that's white?
It's been sitting there for 6 months.
It doesn't have white anymore.
No, why is that?
They've evolved. The shits have evolved.
It's evolved, I'm telling you. It
I
just
haven't
came
seen
across one day.
I haven't seen a white shit at the park for a while. You're
I'm
right,
telling
actually.
you. Wonder why. The Matrix. I'm telling you, something's going on here.
I haven't seen a white shit for a while.
Shits have been buffed 20%, live longer.
Welcome to the jumper punch. Shits have been buffed 20%, live longer.
I don't even know what this is. I can't see it. All I wrote was what the fuck.
Yeah, mucky cats.
Oh, here we go.
When a woman arrives in your life.
That shit be having niggas like, what the fuck, ayy?
Oh, no.
What the fuck,
I licking him.
It's a nice house.
Now, for those wondering, that is what you call a joke.
No, it's a joke. We're joking. Women don't just do that. Hey. Mate, these are men. These are men. Not like these days. These are men.
Okay, these are men.
I call this one, don't forget to put the tailgate down.
Don't forget to put the tailgate down. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Not too bad for a 50-year-old. That's a 51. What do you want, hon?
Over that way, dear.
Over here? In the truck?
In the truck's good.
Somebody forgot to put the tailgate down.
Oh, no.
Next time, put the tailgate down.
Doesn't matter.
I'd be in a hospital.
I know what people are going to say. Oh, that's light. There's nothing in there. I don't care. You get yourself an empty fridge, the lightest, and try to do that.
I could barely lift myself out of bed in the morning.
Hey, this one here. I just call this one here. I keep forgetting what they are, man, because I do them during the week. Mind your... Oh, yes.
Mind your own business.
Sometimes, right, you're just doing something and then someone will come along and ask you like a stupid question. Like, was there need for that question?
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
Leaving me.
Hey there, y'all moving in?
No, ma'am. We just wanted to see what our stuff would look like inside this house, and once we see, we're gonna move it back to our place.
Just a dumb question. Pointless.
Oh my god.
Hey, man.
Alright, this is called...
Here we go.
This is called... Again. Oh, this is a nice one. Alright, this one here. You got to know what you're doing, like in engineering, and you're trying to do something, maybe some renovations at the back there.
Yeah.
Get an idea about what's going on, what
Yeah, of
might
course,
happen.
of course, yeah. Of
I
course.
call this, this is a Mars statement.
Yeah.
This is a you problem.
That's a you
I
problem.
was just helping me brother-in-law. Watch what happens next.
I love the concreters. What's this?
Wait for it.
I like it. That's a disaster, right?
That's, yeah, well.
There's not a retainer wall there, man. Yes.
Yeah, it's...
So you put a little bit of...
Didn't do much retaining.
Alright, this is the last one. I like this because it's called The Devil Lives Among Us. Be careful.
Yes, that's correct. The devil lives amongst us. Yes, correct.
Some people will recognise this guy. He's one of those preachers in the big church, right?
Yeah. I've seen those at like 4 a.m, 5 a.m.
Just be modest, you know, like you're doing all right. Be modest.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
My daughter told me the other day, Daddy, I have never seen you sick. Never. She's 40 years old. I said, we tried sick. We didn't like it. We tried broke, and we will never do that again as long as we ever live. Because when you don't know, everything I've touched has prospered. Talk about the house. I live in the biggest house in the state of Louisiana. Say it again. I have the biggest house of any preacher in America. Tell them what you named the house. I have a name to my house, La Maison de Rêve, the house of dreams. You want to know how big it is? Yes! It's 40,000 square foot. Yes! It's not to show off. And it is a plantation home.
Did he say plantation?
And it is a mansion. And what makes a mansion a mansion? Big.
Big.
What can I say about that?
It's exactly how Jesus lived.
My God. Have you seen, I don't know if he's that bloke, have you seen him when they talk about his private jet, how he bought a brand new private jet?
No.
Because God would want him in the private jet.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah, because he had to buy the new jet, the $50 million
Right,
jet.
instead of the
But he had the
Cessna.
$35 million jet.
Okay,
He
right.
had to buy the new jet.
Right.
Because with the new jet, he can get to more people.
Ah, yes, that's
He
right.
needed
To
the new
spread the word, yes, of course.
needed
Of course, he needed a new jet, yes.
so he-
Did.
Yeah, and it was more carbon friendly.
Yeah, my
and
friend, he needed the new jet, so they had to
Of
spend
course,
the $50 million. All right!
Any idea where he got the funds for that from, or was it?
Well, apparently they work hard. The flying, he's flying to different places, talking to people.
He didn't get the money from donations, did he? Or no?
I don't know. Like,
okay.
I don't know how the.
I guess he lives
the Vatican and the Catholic Church work. I don't know how they work. Like, I don't know how they're the richest country in the world.
Anyway,
that was a bit of muck.
Kit Kats.
Hey, listen, I reckon we just finish off with this again.
Okay.
All right, that was a bit of Mark Kit Kat. So,
how's your back?
Fuck, I'm in bad nick, man. I can't wait to go home and eat my back medication for dinner.
How old are you?
22. Going
Got
on
the back of a 50-year-old.
87. My nonna's got a better back than me, and she's half hunchback.
You're a disaster.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen you like try to bloody
play tennis and do my back in 30 seconds.
He did.
Hunchback of Notre
He
Dame.
hit the ball once and he
Gone.
went off.
I like was.
You know what you need?
Bit of schnitz.
Need a bit of snitz.
Just a
We
little
need
bit.
a little bit of
Schnitzel, chips, and salad.
Yes.
The 3-in-1.
The 3-in-1.
Mum.
There wasn't much of this on the weekend, so I have for free.
I don't know.
This is probably the hardest anyone's had to do it.
bit of everything.
A bit of everything.
Yeah, this is the hardest one because we started doing this while we're winning.
You know what? Doherty.
Oh yeah.
Kicked a goal.
Kicks a goal,
His
goes in
defensive
defence,
effort,
goes along the
sometimes-
wing.
Yeah, on the wing. Doherty.
Goes a minute. That's true, you know. That's a good one.
Okay, I like it, yeah, Doherty.
I like it. They come out of nowhere.
He had 3 shoulders the other day.
Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. What about this one?
The Mediterranean. Yeah, it's got to be. I give it to Adam Chera.
Yeah.
Well, there's not many.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, that set shot he had looked like he had oil on his right boot, slipped off his right boot.
That was an merda.
That was a bad set shot.
And really, he's very reliable.
Yeah, well, the goal against
you know
Sydney.
what? When I looked at it, I had this feeling he was going to miss.
Yeah, I wasn't comfortable either.
It just that's
I didn't look at that one. I didn't
I know you have to
the
kick
whole
it.
game was going like that.
That set shot is such an awkward one.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
such an
like
awkward
here,
set shot.
But yeah. Oh, well.
Should be kicking it though. Anyway,
But it wasn't just the awkward shot. It just the game was going in that direction where we were going to miss. You know?
yeah.
You could feel it. I didn't watch that goal. I turned to the corner like this and looked at my chair, and the Brisbane Sports like turn around. And
There was another moment like this. I'm just like doing this.
Brownlow's on at the moment, by the way. You got a winner for the Brownlow?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I reckon Bonds will do it.
Yep.
Nearly finished off well.
Okay with.
I don't reckon Petrarca finished as well.
No.
And I just think that Dacos.
Those weeks that he missed.
Yeah.
And even just before he got injured, wasn't playing that great either.
Yeah.
My little one's Chocky Neil.
Yeah, you got the
Smoky.
You told me that. You? Don't care.
No idea.
But you ask us.
That's why I asked.
I just want anyone but Collingwood. I don't want to see Cripps handing that prick a medal.
Nah.
I reckon Dacos will win it.
Oh, who will? All right, I'll give you one. Who's going to be leading the votes for Carlton?
Charlie.
You reckon Charlie?
Yeah. He had. I know there are games where players kick 5 goals and they get nothing.
Yeah.
But he's kicked 5 goals and had like 18, 20 touches.
I reckon Charlie.
It's Charlie. I like
or Walsh. I
Chera.
reckon Walsh is going to make a late charge as far as the Carlton votes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think Chera was our best through that.
And I reckon Chera's going to be.
Patch that we
It'll
had.
definitely be
That's
Charlie.
the problem though. Chera was
In a
good, but he
dud
won't get
patch.
votes because we didn't play well. We didn't win.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
But he
right.
might. He may. We'll see. I think.
Imagine a surprise.
I get a feeling that I'm big on.
$10 for Carlton votes.
I'm big on the whole. You've got to go through a bad patch and something embarrassing and humiliating until you actually.
Yeah.
So I, in my heart of hearts, I do see Cripps handing over the medal to a Collingwood player, and that's just it feels horrific.
Gonna vomit.
It feels horrible, right? And that's what happened to
First time I've
us.
seen him not nod.
Do you remember what happened in 2010? What happened a year later?
2010. Who won in 2010?
Oh, Collingwood.
Juddy.
Oh, Juddy.
Judd won it in 2010?
Yeah.
When Collingwood won the grand final.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he win it that year there?
Yes. Won it that year, but then the following year he handed
to Dane Swan.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just that whole patch for Carlton was just like Collingwood's won the flag, they won a Brownlow, they're better than us.
We won it, yeah.
And I know they went to the grand final and lost against Geelong, but I get a feeling that this might be our final little moment of.
No, I don't reckon.
No, I don't think he wins it.
Not going to do it. Not going to let you manifest that into the air.
No, I'm saying it's going to be better for us in the long run.
No,
but
he doesn't win it anyway.
None of that could
I
be
don't
good
care.
at all. Zero.
Yeah,
Can't wait to watch him get done by a vote on the last count.
We'll see.
Your dad wants Dacos to win,
Oh, yeah, he really wants him to win. Yeah.
You like him. Your mum too?
Yeah, Mum really loves him and Braden Maynard. Yeah.
They like it. I know.
Good stand up, man.
Oh, all right. Instagram, TikTok, everyone, get on there. Thanks everyone for all your support. And at the ground, how many people came up? It was absolutely superb.
Fantastic.
And after quarter time, there was like people cheering,
it's
like
crazy.
from up there, go jump a punch, right? And everyone was pumped, and then like at the end, everyone they come up.
Starting to get the signature book over.
It'll be like that. No, I love it, man. Coming up, we have a good time. We sat with Lana and Gokan and also Matt
O'Connor. Yeah,
Matt O'Connor was in there. I met his dad.
Nice.
So it was good. Met a whole bunch of people. Yeah, so all good. All right. Yeah, make sure you Snitz Marino Brothers. Top Dog, North Seafood Bar and Grill. Become a member.
Schnitz.
Legends. Forever Rivals, Blue Sunday. Make sure you catch up with Blue Sunday and Joe.
Yep.
And welcome back, Joe, and everyone that wants to go to Thailand. Retired working for you.
Get around him.
Let's have a look at this.
We're gonna trade in the kayak and we're gonna go somewhere super unique. But I've noticed that the crew has prepared these lovely watermelons. Super refreshing. Out on the sea, we're gonna zip across to this place that I've never stepped foot on, but it's something that you don't see every day, that's for sure. This is wacky. It's a village floating in the middle of the sea.
This is Panyi village, what we call Koh Panyi.
Koh Panyi.
Yep.
And how did this place start?
I think over 200 years ago, first people came here.
Some kids are born and raised here?
Yeah.
Generations?
Yeah.
Wow. And we're standing in the middle of a floating football pitch, a soccer field where I'm come from.
See the menus.
Pre-ordering lunch?
Yeah, it's probably busy over there, so we just order before we go.
Somtam Thai?
Yeah.
With 2 chili. Well, look at this guy out on a private boat, day on the Andaman Sea, pre-ordering lunch with Alex. I hope he realizes how good he has it over here. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how young Adam fills up his plate in Thailand. That's what I call a perfect little Thai plate. you. Get some coconut, get some banana. This is all fresh ingredients, completely homemade by that lovely lady back in the kitchen. Thank you, chef. This is a super unique oceanfront restaurant. Highly recommend the seafood. That's what most people get when they come in here, but you gotta try the signature. I'm feeling amazing and ready for one more stop.
Well, that was tasty. Geez, look at this. We have the 5-star fleet out here. It's like the 5-star parking lot. 2 over here, we got Lucas 15, Lucas 1, Lucas 6. I guess we better leave a link down in the description below. It seems like you need to book these a bit in advance to get out on the water.
All right, there was another part 3, I think that was, of the Phuket trip. I'm telling you. Have you been? No,
nah, I'd love to go though. I would love to go.
You gotta go. You're gonna see Jay. I reckon we all go.
I'd come. I'm sure you'd have Mars in a heartbeat anyway. You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't even have to try and tempt him.
Yeah, no, Mars will go. No, I'm telling you, it is a fantastic trip. So definitely, everyone, if you want to go down there, make sure you contact Joe. All right, let's do some comments here.
Oh yes, okay. Let's look at the comments.
All right, we're going to start off with...
Yep, let's have a look. Boom. Blackie. Our condolences to Joe and his partner's families. Great show once again, guys. Thank you, Blackie75.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I think this is also...
Yep, Lana Owens. Great show, gents. Well done hosting Rash.
Yes, he
much love to Joe. Yep,
thanks to Rash for helping out with Blue Sunday whenever we need it. So he's a star.
Much appreciated. Carl Cavara, the scholar pasta was the comment of the night. That was Mark's the thing.
Well, I told him last week, better go and put your scholar pasta back on, mate, because something's not happening there. So yeah, here we go. Next one is
AFC Till I Die, Arsenal Football Club Till I Die. Mark took the beating because Manny the banana wasn't there.
Manny, he just loves a beating, mate. He just coughed it. He keeps on going on and on.
And Mark took it for him this week.
Yeah. Well,
another comment.
Won't see Manny anymore. So anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Michael Harley. Yes. Now this is a gentleman who sent me the thing on Instagram, the videos before. After hearing the rant, I think Melbourne supporters are my most hated now. Not my experience at the game, but the behaviour described is absolutely pathetic.
Bunch of dogs.
Yep.
They are.
To do with the racist comments, indeed.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Enzo! They probably asked Mars, should you still be here because they feared retribution. Well done to Mars to stay composed even though they took the moment away from you. The Blue Army still had the last laugh. Yes, they did indeed.
We did that day. And
yes!
To say the truth, Mars was very composed, wasn't he?
Yeah, look, I've been later.
Even at the end,
earlier years, he would have...
Remember at the end with the cops?
Yeah.
He was composed. He's going, I'm going to leave now, Dad. And I'm looking at the cops going, are you right, mate? And Buzz is going, no, I'll leave. And then I'm thinking, things have turned.
They were trying to calm him down. He's like, I'm calm.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm calm. Yeah. Oh, well, it's all water off a duck's back now.
Yeah, it was almost like, when the cops go, why are you getting angry for? But I'm not getting angry. But you look like you're getting angry, but I'm not getting angry. What do we got here?
Ricky Elvis. J.A. hates Carlton with a passion. Who's J.A.?
Ackermanis.
Oh, Jason didn't want to play for us. Didn't want to play for us and publicly called the club a rabble, so he wanted to play in a premiership, so we chose Footscray.
Yeah, that was at the time. Yeah. But that was a great interview. We had a good time.
That was a while ago, I guess. That was a little while ago. What's this comment? Coach Cole, this team is formidable. Coach Cole.
We did. Hey, if we had that team up there.
Oh, mate, would have won by 10 goals.
That was good. That was good with Coach. We're going to get back together with him and do some other stuff.
In the off season, we'll definitely do some stuff. Kathy Stefanidis.
Yeah, she
that was the loudest I've ever heard, and I've been to a few premierships. It was electrifying. Even the commentators went berserk. Thank you, Blues. That was awesome and exciting. That was after the Melbourne game.
Yeah, after the Melbourne game, and even after this game, I'm telling you, the cheer.
Oh, crazy! Absolutely nuts.
We got
a photo here.
We got a video here by Troy Garner.
Troy Garner. Okay, hello, Troy. What's he got for us?
Let's have a look.
We are Carlton. Go Blues.
Is that
the Coliseum? There you go. That's fantastic.
There you go, all around the world.
That's a wrap. Season 2023 is done and dusted. It's not the last show for us, obviously, but it's the last show with a Carlton game involved.
I haven't discussed this with you, but we might have something special next week.
We'll discuss off air, okay.
No, we'll discuss it off air. We'll see what we're going to do. Maybe something different.
Might know what it is.
We'll do something different next week, maybe. But there will be one more show. We'll go over the team, and maybe we got to do our
best and most valuable player, MVP.
Player.
Any guesses for who it might be?
Who do you reckon?
I'm saying Sam Walsh.
It's definitely Walshy.
You reckon Walshy?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Sam Walsh from Chera from Charlie.
It could be.
Or Newman. Yeah, I reckon it's Walsh.
Well, I don't think you're far off with them four. I reckon them four are going to be...
It's Lucky Plowman.
Lucky Plowman.
It's like you get to the prelim, who's going to win the grand final? I think it'll be Carlton, Collingwood, Brisbane or GWS.
Yeah, that's right.
One of those teams will win the grand final.
No, so we'll do something next week. We might even do some player ratings and some other exits and maybe some trades and see who's in and out. And we might have some special guests and
you'll have
blah, blah, blah.
Mars back.
Well, Mars will be back unless he says I'm going to stay.
Yeah, he's already told me.
He writes every 2 minutes, I'm going to stay.
He told me I'm pulling out a 500k loan. I'm leaving Australia.
He goes, I'm not coming back. I don't love it here.
And I told him, you can't leave me. Don't leave me here.
You two are inseparable, aren't you? Do you sleep in the same bed?
Yeah, bro, heaps. We've got bunk beds. Here's me fart. Sleep.
Shit. With the bunk beds, who sleeps top and who sleeps bottom? Which one's the better one? What do you reckon?
Nah, he has to sleep on top because I've got no back there.
Oh yeah, by the time you climb up,
I'm done for.
All right, very good. All right, that's it. That's it. Hope everyone feels better.
Yep.
We get ready. Let's just get this merda over and done with next week with the grand final. Finish it off, and then we can have a little bit of a rest.
Yes.
And then we can get stuck into defence of the next.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, the pre-season's going to be.
It's a different pre-season, isn't it?
The pre-season's going to be. It's going to be here in the blink of an eye.
Well, and you know what else is going to be? This year, the trade's going to be different.
Yep.
It's going to have a different feel to it now. Because now we're looking at, what do we need to really move up? You know what I mean? We're looking at the trade a bit differently. Pre-season's going to be different.
Completely different.
We've got a couple of players, or well, not a couple.
Back from injury.
Well, yeah, I think that Zach Williams one is going to be huge for us. You know, that'll be a nice little thing, you know. So it's going to be good. So it's going to be exciting stuff happening. All right, guys.
Thanks everyone for a great year as well. We'll be back next week. So there's that. But I mean, just because the season's finished, the football's done. To everyone on the channel,
we'll do
Terry, Pommy,
it's been great.
Almost Blues Brothers, Lek Dog, Ian. We've done a whole heap of work with bloody
Vince and Brownie. You know,
Joe, Ange, Lyndon, Gokhan, everyone. We'll do a big list of thank yous in our final show. But Quinn, Mark, Manny, Luca, all our guests on the show,
and Mark because he hasn't subscribed yet.
Who? Oh no, he won't.
He hasn't been a member yet.
He's a bloody timer.
So that's that.
That's it. All right, let's do it. We still always finish the same way. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Go Blues!
Now, the only place to go from failure is to win. You have to achieve failure. You have to take it that far. Nobody wants to go that far. It's too scary. But you know something? I got news for you. That's where winning is. It always has been. Nothing's changed since the 70s. Nothing. Except people train not as hard.